All right. Hello and welcome to Lost Legacy, our D&D live play. Except we're coming at you with something special. This time, we are going to be doing a few things. This is, as you can see on the new screen, this is a growth quest. Essentially, after probably next main quest line adventure, which would be when we are all together, there's probably going to be a bit of downtime for the heroes to kind of do a thing and then come back together. In this time period, each character is going to go out on their own. They're all going to spread across the continent of Chaldea, which they have learned the name of their new continent that they've actually lived on their whole lives mostly. And they are going to go maybe solve some mysteries of their past or future, while also looking for Norm, scouring the continent with a promise of meeting back up in a year's time. Because hopefully at the equinox, because hopefully Norm, at least his real form, will show up if they don't find him on their little mini adventures. When we play this game and a few players or real life comes in the way that people can't make it, we're going to try to sprinkle in these little growth quests to kind of be like what they do in that year. You know, we might reference it a little, like, vaguely in game until they're actually fully run. But during this time, our players will be playing supporting cast members and PCs, but mostly NPCs that are not nearly as powerful, but they're still there to move the story along with the main focus and hero. And today, the hero is Magdalyn. So, without further ado, let me introduce you to our players. Why don't you tell us who you are playing, but if you are playing a new character, you don't have to tell us about that until you introduce yourself in-game. Because maybe we'll keep it a surprise, because people don't know.
So that means I'm the only one doing an intro.
Yeah, well, no, everyone say who you are, and if there's any projects you're working on or anything you're trying to promote, that'd be super duper, and then I'll continue on with the stuff. So we'll start with Julia.
Hi, everyone. So I'm Julia, and I will be playing Mag Silvercrown, who is the party's Eladrin Ranger, formerly, possibly still part of the Scarlet Battalion. In the Feywild, we'll get into that, I'm sure. But yeah, she's an Autumn Eladrin. I don't know what else to say about that. I'm excited for this. I'm like nervous and excited at the same time because I don't know what's gonna happen. I know nothing. Yeah, I drink and I know things. That's it. So aside from that, project's just part of the trio that is Unconventional Heroes. You know, the triad, the floating triangle. And also just working on my novel, and that's pretty much my life right now. And working.
All right,
just working a lot.
Moving right along, Rennie.
Everybody, my name is Rennie. Again, I am one of the triumvirate of Unconventional Heroes. I am super excited for these side quests that me and Gene have lovingly called growth quests. As, you know, side quests might make you think that it doesn't matter, but these quests will be quite important. I won't reveal all of who I'm playing this evening, but I will say I am playing an arcane trickster rogue.
Oh, no.
Other than that... Get ready, y'all. I'm not really working on any wild projects other than supporting all things Unconventional Heroes. And getting excited for this warm weather. I got Coob on the brain.
Oh my god. Yeah, Coob. Warm weather. Can't wait.
All right.
I haven't used that Coop set that you bought us for the wedding yet, so we need to use that. Y'all need to come over. You too, Norm. You need to come too.
Moving right along, Norm, last but not least.
Hey everybody, I'm Norm. I'm usually a player of Kellen. Wanted to get involved. I'll call it a side. Character develop, growth quests. Green kind of said, hey, pick something different that you haven't done in a while. So basically, I'll be playing a race I've never played before.
Whoa.
And I'll be a bard. I haven't played a bard in a long
Nice.
Oh my god,
Looking
this is
forward-
going to be the best party ever. I'm so excited. Like a literal
Looking
party
forward to
between the
see
two
how
of you.
my character interacts with everybody else. I'm glad to help out Dean as we explore Mag's.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you very much. Something you can do with your channel points are little potions you have as you watch our stream is you can buy group inspiration. You could either select a player inspiration to do a specific player, or you could do it for the group and they can choose who gets it. Or you can buy myself DM inspiration, which will likely be used against them, but in certain circumstances it might not be. It probably will be. But yeah, so again, this is going to be kind of a fun little tangent and opportunity for us to kind of focus on a specific character while also letting everyone kind of go a little wild and play things that may not be the most optimized and might not, and just kind of have fun. And also, who knows, maybe we'll have guests in the future. I'm not sure. This is new. Everyone strap on in.
I don't know what you're talking about, Gene. I am optimized for fun. I am fucking
Optimized
streamlined for
fun.
shenanigans.
For chicanery. All right. So,
kind.
speaking of chicanery, it has been a few months since the fog of Nair Moor has been lifted. Magdalyn, you have a duty and an obligation. You've been missing from your people for 5 years, and so it's about time to return. After searching for Kieran and not really coming up with many leads, your travel takes you to the Elder Woods, and specifically to the city of Felsira. Felsira is considered by many the true home of the elves. It has ancient roots and trees that intertwine and seem to grow into structures, bridges connecting these wooded houses. This is an ancient forest that has kind of been developed through magic and song to create this like treetop village. It's an impressive elven undertaking, and it seems to appear grown rather than built. And it sits in the eastern section of Elderwood, and the Elderwood is like almost directly south on the coastline from Nair Moor. I'm pretty sure. From how it goes down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We'll get a map up, guys, eventually, one day.
Someday.
No, I thought the Elderwood was
Well, it follows the coastline and it's...
west. No? Alright. Yup, it's south.
Well,
It's
it's
south
south.
now.
Nair Moor is also up northwest. So.
Yes, Nair Moor is northeast.
All right, we'll figure
Right?
it out.
So this is the Elder Woods, and I'm sorry, what's the name of the treetop settlement? Because that's the one thing I
It's
didn't
called
write
Felsira.
down.
Felsyrra.
Oh, that's so elven. Okay, Felsira.
Yes.
Yay.
And so again, it expands outward and upward with these kind of mystically reinforced trees. And honestly, these trees kind of remind you of your willow blade in style and magic.
Are they ironwood?
Who knows?
Okay.
Yeah, and the strange thing about this place is that it almost feels half empty. As you enter this, you enter the woods after months, you are immediately caught by scouts popping out of the trees. Wood elves native to Felsira. They greet you in Elven, kind of exchanging pleasantries and asking, what brings you here. After a brief conversation, you are brought in because you are Eladrin and you are accepted. You go, you climb up this like intricate stairway of it's like an elevator of vines that kind of pull you up as you get to the treetop. It's almost similar in like the Ewok treetop village, but it's more mystical and no structure is man-made. It is all grown.
Lothlorien style? I don't know.
Yeah.
A little more Ewok. Okay.
But like it has all those bridges kind of connecting everything.
Okay.
But the strange thing about the place is it eerily feels half empty. Many of the structures, as you kind of peer into these houses and huts, half of the east side of each house is kind of just left empty. It's clean, no dust, and it seems like only one side of the house is used in fullness.
Okay.
You are escorted by these scouts to a large kind of like almost like mead hall type structure. Inside, it is a barracks of some sort. As you immediately recognize, you see people out, you see uniforms crisp, but definitely camouflage green, like Levy, able to use the forest in itself. And you are met by a familiar face. It's a woman with like sharp features, but definitely hardened by just time and weather, just by experience. You recognize her. This is your, I guess, were you a sergeant?
I don't know if you and I ever settled on
Okay,
actual
so
names
this
for
is-
what the ranks are, but yeah, I think I was a sergeant. I think that's what we said.
Okay, so this is Captain Melian.
Captain Million. Okay.
Melian. Again, fierce, striking features, hard. She has a little bit of like a silver lock going through her hair, showing that she is maybe distantly related to the Zaftu clan. But she is shocked. There's both a sense of fear, curiosity, trepidation, and like mostly shocked is, I guess, the best way to describe it. She
Makes
goes,
sense.
Magdalyn, we thought you were dead.
No, I mean, I didn't even know where I was, but no, I'm not dead. And just quickly, out of game question, I wrote in game. I was about to write a letter to them. Have they not received the letter yet? Then I guess because like
No,
I'm
so-
saying like
so
in our actual
then
game, because
they-
I would have sent word. I wouldn't have just showed up.
Well, you would have sent word, but she's still shocked seeing you.
Okay,
in
okay,
person.
that's fair. That's fair.
So
yeah.
she goes, we received your letter, and it is both revelatory but also strange. Well, I mean, so when we held the last gathering, your name was not mentioned in the song. It was like you didn't exist.
Well, there was a very powerful spell over the region that I was in. Is it possible it went as far as here? Perhaps somehow I don't understand how, but maybe it obscured even me from the world as much as the world was obscured from me.
It may have. We're going to have to, if you don't mind, use powerful enchantments to discern from you any strange effects, or to make sure you are who you are. So, given over like another week, you're kind of quarantined in like, not the jail cell, but it's kind of a jail cell. Like, you got a guard outside it, but they're not like, it's not, your door's not locked, but like druids kind of, you're probed with magic, you're probed with like zones of truth.
Okay.
And it's a very like interrogation, because and that this is kind of status quo, because Fae can take on forms, they can steal memories,
Sure.
So it is like a thing that you've never done, but you've seen it happen.
Sure. Can I also say, because I didn't really say anything, can I also say, because of like my training as a ranger and everything, is it possible that I could have hidden the sword, my willow blade, before I got here? I'm saying like not before I ran into the wood elves. Is it possible that I could have hidden it somewhere and think I could find it again, or would I not have thought I could do that? Like in the woods or something?
You probably think that they know these woods far better than you do.
Yeah, that's fair. And I wouldn't want it found by somebody else. All right, I guess it's on me then. I
mean,
I really wanted to hide it. Or like left it behind in the inn in the last, like, like paid for a room and like hid it under the floorboards or something.
So,
I don't know, like.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like, no one's taking your things. Like, you're not stripped of your equipment. They're not like casting identifies on your items.
Okay.
Like, it just looks like you have a fancy sword, and they're not.
That's fine.
Like, they're more worried that you are not who you seem to be.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
So after a week of this kind of like constant grilling and eventual, she kind of goes, and like, I imagine that in your letter you probably mentioned that like you got to get a message to the queen and all that stuff. She goes, "Thank you for your cooperation, Magdalyn. I'm sorry that we had to put you through, but we know that you wish to go home, back to Shanalar, but unfortunately, you've been missing for 5 years. Your memory wiped of where you have. We're not sure. There's no delicate way to say this. You may or may not be a security risk traveling the plane, and it is with a bit of a heavy heart. There is unrest in the Feywild, and we don't know who could or could not be sympathizer or infected by this unrest.
What sort of unrest? Can you speak to it, or?
We can get into it. So, we need an outsider to help someone who is trusted to maybe get some information. If you would be willing to take upon this task, it would definitely earn your way back into good graces and light. Not saying that you are against anything, but it would prove your loyalties and would likely be able to get you the audiences you seek and maybe traversing into the Feywild again. If you're interested, I could then elaborate a little bit more, but you are going to have to swear an oath on it.
All right. Well, I don't see I have much choice if I wish to go back home. Of course I'll do anything that is asked of me. I mean, that's what I did before.
All right. Well, there's a place. There is a traveling carnival that has been blessed by the different lords, ladies, and all of the Fey kind. They are kind of an amnesty and ground where no one is allowed to do anything hostile per se, or break treaties. They are neutral ground. To the point where the Zaftu clan could not act with any authority there, even with our oaths, and we would not want to break our oaths. So you would have to be going on this mission on your own behalf. We are not ordering you to do anything, but you are going to be looking into things for yourself and hopefully bringing it back to us. In order to do this, you are going to need a little help. We have two people who, well, one won't stop talking my ear off, but the other may be a valuable person who has insight into this place. Why don't I not bring them out and introduce them, and then we can kind of get into the details of this plan.
Okay.
So she kind of heads to a set of cells that are already inside the tree trunk itself, and in irons, being kind of not pulled out roughly, but Rennie, why don't you describe yourself?
Watch the fur there, buddy. You see pulled out of the cell, standing just over 4 feet, is a Harangon, or rabbit person. This rabbit person clearly has seen better days. They're kind of patches of brown and white, but their fur's a bit matted. They wear an eye patch over one eye. They wear kind of a vest that used to look like it was bright maroon at one point, but time and weathering has certainly faded the color. They carry some blades on them, and they certainly hold themselves kind of taller and bigger than they clearly are.
Oh, well, what color is their fur? Like, just for my own-
They are brown and white, like
Brown and
kind
white.
of mottled. Yeah.
Ronnie, you're an Easter bunny for Easter.
And then another guard
Perfect.
leading out another gentleman, but not handcuffed. Simply walking out is Norm. Why don't you describe what you look like? You're
Oh, I
muted,
think you're
buddy.
muted.
You're muted, buddy.
Okay, thank you. I was trying to be quiet. My dogs get a little excited in the back, so out steps a satyr.
Satyr?
A little short as far as satyrs go. You usually a human size, but this one's a little on the shorter side. Has a big smile on his face, wearing some leather armor. He walks out and sees you and bows and says, "Lady, I am Winfield Ashenfelter. Apparently, you are my quest, so I may be relieved from these pleasure."
All right. I believe you are the first satyr I've encountered. Yes, no?
I mean, you've seen satyrs
Would they be in the Feywild?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're
All
native
right, that's not
Fey,
so weird.
but they're
Never mind
mortal.
then.
They're mortal Fey, opposed to like Fey lords.
Okay, well, Winfield, it's a pleasure to meet you, and, did you say your name?
I didn't. I'm kind of looking down at the irons like, you know this is considered a hate crime, right? What you're doing right now, this is against my person is truly a slight on my people. The courts will hear of this.
I'm kind of, like, leaning towards my captain, and I'm like, is like, why is he in irons? Is everything okay with that one?
Percival's a con man. He literally tried to con his way out of the Feywild. Got here, but got caught after he
Excuse
escaped.
me.
That
am a
never
con.
happens.
I am a con artist, okay? There is art to what I do. And if you're going to say my name, say it right. I am Percival Papadopoulos.
Percival,
Percy Pops?
do you,
Mr. Papadopoulos?
do you,
You probably heard of me.
Papadopple? Would you prefer to go by Mr. Papadopple or Percy or Mr. Papadopoulos? What do you prefer?
I don't know you yet, but why don't we start with just Percy is fine.
Percy, pleasure to meet you. I like kind of like shake the irons, like.
Winfield
He
looks off
shakes your
like,
hand. Oh, go ahead.
Captain, please, do I have to go with this? I haven't gotten any sleep at all. He doesn't shut his mouth with his stupid voice. And please, I will do anything else. Just do not put me with.
Well, calm down. Magdalyn, and she unlocks your irons.
Oh well, good. Then I can
Percy.
actually shake his hand or paw.
Thank
She
you.
goes,
Thank you.
Magdalyn, Mr. Papadopoulos, he is under a geas to help you.
Okay.
And if he achieves the goal we set forth, he will be free to enter the mortal realm and I guess
yes.
fly his artistry, she like says while rolling her eyes.
That's right. It's art.
And Mr. Winfield, he is not a captive, but he worked for the place that you are going, so he may have some insights on how the place works and know some folk. So let's get.
He also smells like a goat.
I mean, he's
Yeah,
a satyr.
yeah, buddy. Listen, smells can be loud too. Okay.
So
She's quiet.
she goes, "This is what I was talking about. They just doesn't stop. Just really doesn't."
Well, so you need a not a literal ringleader, but you need someone to
So,
to keep them from killing each
So-
other and also
Wait,
get the
let me
job
get
done.
this straight. I'm taking orders from this lady?
So she kind of
This
dismisses.
lady, excuse
she
me.
dismisses the guards, and it's
Okay.
just her and you three in the room. She takes off like her badge of office and puts it in the desk and goes, I am not asking you anything. I'm going to tell you a few things, and you are going to decide what you do with that information.
Okay.
So,
Well, hold on. I take the eye patch, I put it over the other eye. I'm listening.
Is his eye fine? But is the other eye just
Oh yeah,
totally fine?
the eye
Okay.
is perfectly functional.
Okay.
He goes-
All right.
You will notice it's a different color than the other eye.
Interesting, but okay. All right.
she goes, there is this carnival known as the Witchlight Carnival. It is a carnival that is enchanted and neutral ground for all Fey kind, and it appears on the different material planes once every 8 years. And lucky for you, in the next week it should be showing up here. It also contains a gate to the Fey realm, which could be used inappropriately, but again, it is neutral ground. The other part about it is what you were asking before about what's going on. There is civil unrest in the Feywild.
Okay.
The king... There is no proof of what I'm about to say, but there is speculation. The King of Thorns has been gathering... Sorry. Is it... No. The King of Roses. Sorry, there's...
It's
King
okay.
of Roses has been gathering many courts of Fey to his side, allegedly. And
True.
it is known that he has a penchant against mortals. There is a fear that he is trying to make a uprising in the Feywild to take our city and take the gates to do an invasion to the mortal realm.
Oh.
We need to find information about this. We need to find
Okay.
truths about this, and then that could help people act if things are uncovered.
This seems like an elf problem. I am Fey, and this doesn't really concern me.
It does concern
Well-
you because you want to live in the mortal realm, and if it is invaded, you could die.
That's only if they catch me.
It is all mortal.
Wait, I did get caught once already.
Yeah. It seems likely.
I will notice, though, that you're not wearing your badge of office.
Because I am merely having a discussion openly. I am not telling anyone to do anything.
Okay.
Percival crosses his arms, kind of like, huh.
So, the carnival is also known to have secrets and information that can be acquired. The masters of the carnival, Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, often hear a lot of things, and they may know more about what's going on. And again, the carnival has secrets that can be uncovered and revealed. So many people listen and hear things there. So all I'm saying that if people were to go there, participate, learn some things, and then tell a friend, it could go a long way. People need to know what the King of Roses is up to. And if you can uncover that for us, or uncover that, not for us specifically, but just uncover that and tell it to some other friends, maybe actions can be taken. But until there is proof and until there is no one can do anything as the treaties are held. But if there is an invasion being gathered and forces going to be moving on the mortal plane, people need to know.
Percival's nose kind of twitches very agitatedly, and he's gonna look at Winfield, Ashton, and he goes, Winfield, I kind of need you to back me up here. You do realize if we go there and ask about the King of Roses, we are putting a target on our back.
Yes, but there's a way you can ask around some things, and I do have some contacts there. Perhaps one or more of those may. So we can kind of keep it discreet, because even though he's the captain, not the captain, we will do what we can without causing strife to certain parties.
I mean, I know how to be discreet, but there are creatures. If we are going to a Fey carnival, then, well, there are more cleverer creatures than everyone in this room put together.
I was part of this.
Well, they
Definitely
can't be
give us
that
an
clever. They can't be that clever then. Then I'm in.
Wow.
Again, you make a good point. Asking without asking, overhearing things, might go a long way. I've heard that you can solve certain riddles of the carnival. You can ask questions of and get truths without anyone knowing. And also, some of the carnival workers might help you if you are polite. That is my suggestion is, when going to a carnival run by some Fae, you may want to be polite.
Always, of course.
Percival cocks his
I
head
think
like,
this may be a problem for my friend right now.
my
Certainly not
manners are impeccable, thank you very much. However, if we are going to do this thing, and we are going to work together, we should make a pact. A sharing of things. You know, perhaps you tell me your name and I tell you, something about me, and then maybe Winfield takes the stick out of his butt. We all do a give and take.
Why,
Because-
though?
Listen, I'm doing this for very personal reasons. And as much as I really like you guys, I think
We
a
just
bonding ritual, something shared is something owed, is something borrowed.
I do not wish to enter into a pact.
Yeah, I'm not really about pacts with people I've just met. That's not a great plan.
It doesn't need to be forever. It can be temporary.
I just look at my captain with like a long-suffering look. Like,
She just rolls her eyes. Here's the deal. I think, Magdalyn, you should introduce yourself to them, because they don't know who you are.
I'm Magdalyn Zaftu, and I was a member of the Scarlet Battalion, but I'm currently acting independently.
So, for you two, the Scarlet Battalion is on the Feywild side, in that twin city to this place, and they kind of guard the largest portal
The marches
from the Fey realm to here. And the Scarlet Battalion is kind of like trailblazers and scouts that make sure that area is clean and kept. And the Zaftu last name is essentially she is somehow familially tied to the crown of the Elven courts. Whether that is distant, it's just anyone who holds the Zaftu name could be. You do see a little bit of silver in her hair, but again, her hair is like a reddish right now, right?
Well, yeah, because it's so much like, in our game, she's an autumn Eladrin, so she's going to have very autumn coloring, like to the point where even her skin is sort of like reddish, like reddish pink, and her hair is like orange, yellow, green, red. Like it has like all the shades of autumn in it, except for that one streak of braided silver that she has.
So, Magdalyn,
Mm-hmm.
are you a soldier?
I was. but it's been 5 years since I've been technically under that banner.
So what do you consider yourself now?
To be honest, I'm not sure. Right now, I'm just myself.
I think you are going to be carnival patrons. Is all
Yes,
the captain
I'm going to a
says.
carnival. I don't know about you. I'm looking forward to riding the rides, playing the game. I don't know what happens at carnivals. I really haven't been to very many. But
Oh, Mr. Winfield here seems to have some insight into the carnival, which is good, but some of us know pathways and know how to step between.
oh, that's good. I can do some of that myself a little bit. Are we going straight today, or do we have time to go? Like,
Well,
how
I
soon
mean,
is this?
you friends and your new freedom. I think the carnival will likely be arriving in the next week. You have a
Oh,
little
so
bit
we
of
have time. Which means I can show. So I can do things like this, and I'm just literally gonna Misty step like on the other side of the captain, and then just be like things like that. You know,
That's a good start. That's a good start.
it's not like you. It's not whatever it is that you do. I'm sure what you do is much more impressive, and I'm trying not to lay it on thick, but I am laying it on a little
Well,
thick.
well, I mean, you're not wrong.
You're
But-
muted, Norm.
Oh,
This dog's throwing me off today. As she does this magic trick, I will go dun, 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 with my pan flute,
nice.
and basically when I hear him, I go. Phoop, phoop.
And Percival like genuinely laughs, like it's a good rib.
That's actually pretty funny.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I mean, listen, I am a fakin myself, so I know my people, as my associate, Mr. Winfield, is as well. We know the way to step between, to not be seen when we don't want to be seen. I'm very good at being whoever I need to be, whenever I need to be it. That's why I have so many names.
Got it. Mr. Papadopoulos, Percy Papadopoulos, Mr.
It's
Percival.
Percy Pops,
yeah.
Mr.
Percy Pops.
Papadopoulos,
Popalicious, is that one? It should be.
P-Pops,
P-Pop? P-Pop?
the Doppelpopper. I haven't gone by that one in a long time.
I feel like this now goes for like 10 minutes as he lists all his names.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Unless
yeah.
anyone
There's a whole
stops him,
litany.
I'm just gonna
There's
let
a
him go.
whole
Like,
There are rooms for you in the tavern. You can leave.
great.
I wouldn't
Well-
mind a drink.
I'll buy you a drink when we get there. How's that? I won't do a pact with you, but I will buy you a drink.
Okay, you hear pact and you see capital P.
I see
I
like
mean-
warlocks. Like, I mean, it's terrifying.
That's-
That's not my thing.
I'm not about that life. I'm not about that. That's servitude, and that's why I left the Feywild, because that place. Ugh.
We should talk about it over a drink because I want to hear more, and I have opinions, but we could talk about it at the tavern.
Sure. Thor.
Yeah, you guys.
Captain,
easily...
is there as a friend, Captain, former Captain? Is there anything else you wanted to say to me?
Good luck, and
Okay.
I am rooting for your success.
Do we just go to this carnival, or is
Oh
there
yes,
like?
it will show up shortly. It will appear.
Are there tickets? How do we get in?
Yes, there are tickets. You'll have to buy them, I imagine.
Oh, great. Okay. All right.
It appears, and again, Winfield can kind of inform you that, like, yeah, there's a ticket booth that you buy tickets. They're only 8 silver a ticket. You essentially get
Oh, okay.
8 punches per ticket, and that is to pay for rides and activities. And if you run out of punches, you got to buy a new ticket.
Okay.
Yeah, that's, and there's a whole bunch of stuff to do in the carnival, and so there's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot.
There's a lot. Cool.
Yeah, there's like what you would expect. There's the big top has a bunch of cool stuff. There's bubble pot, teapot. There's calliope music. Yeah,
We'll get into it when we get there.
exactly.
Yeah.
So like you know that there's a bunch. Big thing is that theft and violence are mostly not allowed. You will likely be thrown out. And generally being polite is good, because being bad might affect it. And being from the Feywild, some of you all know that part of being in the Feywild is like the Fey Lord, or the person in control of that realm. Their mood kind of affects how the worldscape works there. And while this carnival is not technically part of the Feywild, who knows if it has similar effects. But yeah, so you guys go to the tavern. You know, you have a lively drink. You can talk about your packs.
Yes. I actually do want to have a conversation. Sorry. So you mentioned you left the Feywild because of servitude, and I actually have a question about that, because I actually just a month ago ran into another Fey, 2 centaurs actually. I'm saying this to both of you. 2 centaurs who left 10 years ago. They were actually helped by someone to get out, because they apparently were actually being run ragged, by my understanding. And I'm like lean in real close. I'm like, I heard it was the King of Thorns, but I mean the King of Roses. But that might just be a rumor. Of course, that's probably a rumor. But anyway, they
you know what they say about rumors.
What do they say about rumors?
Well, there's a truth hidden in every lie, and a little nugget of hard reality in the veil of rumors.
Rennie, I'll allow you to make a history check when she mentions that.
Mr. Papadopoulos is not dumb, despite appearances.
Mr. Papadopoulos. I'm never gonna let you live that name down.
I'm not trained in history, but that's fine. 12, Gene.
You know what? Like, exactly. You left because of servitude. So centaurs being employed by like a Fey Lord, not the craziest.
Yeah, totally.
Not the craziest thing you've heard.
Yeah. Oh, do go on.
Oh, well, I mean, of course, you know, and I will pay for the first drink, like, whatever that costs. Like, I'll buy him a drink. I'll buy him a really, like, I'll ask, you know, whatever he drinks. What does he drink, Mr. Papadopoulos?
I would like fizzy bubble tea, please.
She will get him a fizzy bubble tea, which I'm sure they have at this random.
There's both mundane mortal elven drinks and some, like, rare Feywild drinks here, because again, this city has the largest open portal to the Feywild.
Nice. Okay, so I'll buy them both their first drink. So whatever you would drink, Winfield, I will buy you as well. You're probably muted.
You're muted.
Very well. I will take you up on that. Thank you, kind.
Sure. So whatever he drinks, I'll get him. And I want to get something too from the Feywild that's like something that I would have drank years ago. You know what I mean? Like, not like something totally strange, but like taste of home.
You get a snozberry wine, because we all know that snozberries grow in the Feywild.
That stuff's good. That's good stuff.
Yes, it is, and I haven't had it in a long time.
And you know what?
It tastes like snozberries.
Nailed it. And so, yeah.
Anyway.
And honestly, it's delicious. It is a reminder of home that you haven't had in many, many years.
Great. Yeah, so while we're drinking, I'll just be like, well, it's just, you know, it's so funny. I heard that these centaurs, and do I, like, Jean, this is a question for you. Do I feel like I probably shouldn't mention names of people just in case? Like, I'm talking, like, if I know the names of the centaurs, it's probably not safe to mention them to these total strangers who
mean, the answer is you could, but if they work for the King of Roses, then that could be bad. You know?
That's bad. So I won't say, but I'll just be like, yes, it's interesting. But they said that, like, they met someone who helped them out, and I just was curious if anyone had helped you out, or if you helped yourself out, it sounds like, and then got caught.
Oh, I mean, honestly, it's kind of a combination of the two. I mean, I worked for, and you see Percival's like fur kind of bristle, and he kind of shudders. I worked for the Mushroom Monarch. They are not good They're bad. I mean, listen, they control a lot of the under courts, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
Uh,
Yes, I do.
and I was a courier, and I held a sort of distinguished role as you know I was in control of the pools of Papadopoulos, which is, where my people come from. And I'm not the only Papadopoulos.
Can I insight this as he's telling me this? I'm listening with an open mind and I believe it, but can I just insight as I'm doing this? She's lying. Okay. Because I've heard of the undercourts and I know that's a real thing, but I don't know if I want to know if the Mushroom Monarch is real. The pools of Papadopoulos. Sure. What is happening here? Okay. Also, some Fae can lie, so clearly he's clearly one of them.
So Haragon, or what, the bunny people, they are mortal Fae. So they are much like satyrs, much like Eladrin. So they still have that Fae traits, but they are mortal now, so they don't have to follow all the rules. They might still have some of the rules, but again, these are not uncommon people to find in the Feywild and sometimes slipping into the mortal realm.
Okay, so so he probably could lie, but it's fine. I rolled an 8.
No, I'm not. Oh, you rolled an 8.
So I believe it. I'm there's totally a Mushroom Monarch. Pools of Papadopoulos. Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds legit.
Sounds legitimate. I mean, again.
Yeah.
You kind of patrolled this specific city to make sure people didn't cross over, so you were not intricately familiar with the undercourts and other things.
Sure.
So what there's a mushroom court.
Okay.
Well, like I was saying, I was a courier. I mean, there was many, us Haringen, there's a lot of us. We get around. And well, I got a package that I was supposed to deliver, and I didn't deliver it.
Did you keep it?
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Maybe. Probably. Definitely.
That's fine.
Listen. I knew that if they found out that I kept it, that there would be a price on my head, and so I had to find a new place to live. I had only lived in the Feywild most of my life, but I have dealt with mortals before, and, I came to the mortal realm, and I made friends. And you'd be surprised how many people will believe that a talking rabbit person is a fey creature and should be, not worshipped, but should have offerings given to them. And
offerings? Really?
Perhaps a certain rabbit person told them that they would be luckier if they gave them more things.
I mean, you do have very fine russet fur. It is true.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But man, you drink half a fizzy tea and, it goes right to your head. I can't believe I'm telling you all of this. This is awful. Listen, I got caught. I tried to have a village elect me the mayor in perpetuity, and the captain sort of found out and sort of sent a bunch of soldiers, and the rest is sort of history.
Yeah, I can see where that might have been a problem. I can understand being the mayor for a little while, but in perpetuity, that kind of thing, we don't really allow that. I mean, I am an elf, so I live a very long time, so I understand, more like you do in terms of time, but compared to other mortals.
It was a good gig for a really long time, and I still maintain to this day, and he stands up on his chair, to this day, that I never forced them to do anything that they didn't want to do. And if they felt luckier and more confident after they had given me offerings, who's to say that that wasn't, I didn't do anything. They made
Power of
choices.
the mind. Power of the mind,
Positive thinking.
Yes. Sure. What about you? You said you used to work for the carnival. Why did you leave? If it was it a good gig? Was it not a good gig? What happened?
It's a good gig, I guess. I just needed to find myself. So generally, I go about, I perform for coin, and times I offend the wrong people. It happens. I mean, some people do not take jokes very well. And I really need to maybe find out, maybe understand my audience a little better, because oftentimes I'll just go on and on and on as I want to do, and then all of a sudden go to leave and realize that I'm being restrained by rough. Oh, I'm here to kind of settle a little bit of an issue by working it off.
That makes
You
sense.
got fired, didn't you?
No, I didn't. I did not get fired. And I did leave on good terms, and you'll see that I'll have a lot of benefits. I tend not to be charged, so don't be offended if they don't ask ticket. I know the ticket guys, and I know some of the various people around the carnival. That could be useful for what you need as well, but my contacts will surely go a long way in seeing that you get your situation resolved. So you may, whatever it is, what's your ultimate goal?
Well, I misjudged you, Mr. Winfield.
I'm sure it happens.
You seem much better, nicer than I originally thought.
I think it's the fizzy bubble tea talking. No,
actually, but I will tell you that I heard there's certain areas that find you very lucky, but it involves removing the ends of your appendages, and they're actually seen as good luck in many, many lands.
How barbaric! Who would do such
awful.
a thing?
I don't know. That's terrible.
Certainly true. I don't know why people do it. I don't know where they come up.
Well, listen. I have a couple of lucky charms that I had made. That, like I was saying, the whole pack thing. Maybe that was the wrong word, because that's certainly triggering for you. It's just sort of the Papadopoulos are my people. We have a saying: something given is something owed. Something borrowed is something bowed. And that probably doesn't translate well here. But really what it means is, it's sort of like, I'm going to do something or give something to you, and it means we're in this thing together. And when it's done, you give it back, and we're square, right? So we all have a stake in it, right? So, like, if I give you my precious thing, then I know I got to work with you to get it back. If I screw you over, if I push you into a pit of snakes, well, I'm probably not going to get that thing back. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Okay. I mean, it's a very fey quality. Like, for instance, the drinks I bought you freely. I expect nothing back in return for it. You know? I know you are fey. I'm saying it's a very fey thing. It's why I never thank a fey, because it's impolite to thank them in most ways, I would think, isn't it? I mean, don't you consider it rude for people to just outright thank you for things? Maybe not. I don't know.
You know, I wouldn't expect people to thank me for being me. There's just, I'm sure Mr. Winfield can speak to this. This is how we are. This is what we do.
Let me ask you, hypothetically. Never mind.
I'm sure I appreciate when people cheer after my performance. That's what it is I'm looking for. I don't need a word like thank you. I can tell by the excitement of the crowd how my performance was. If I'm not performing well, I certainly blame myself, but that hardly ever happens.
I can tell you're quite skilled on the pan flute, so, I'm sure you're skilled on other instruments as well. Goodness. All right, well, can I ask a hypothetical question? Because it's not often I get to sit and have a drink with Fakin, honestly. It's rare that this happens. So I have a question. you might be able to answer. Hypothetically, if a Fae person gave someone a gift that's like very like, I don't know, very like a lot. Like, let's say someone like showered you with gold, or like gave you like a closet, a wardrobe of silks and furs, or something like that, like way over the top. Why would they just do that randomly?
That's a trap. That's a trap.
Okay.
That's a trap.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
That's a trap.
Well, I didn't accept it, so I was just curious.
That's smart, Mag. That's smart, Magdalyn. That's
Yeah.
smart.
Who offered you all these wonders?
Oh, just someone that tried courting me once. It's a long story, and it's, you know.
Ooh, is it sultry? And his
She
ears
spits out her
like
drink. So first of all, she goes like somewhere between like her autumn coloring, but also like yellow, which is kind of like mad. Because I guess if she was embarrassed, she'd be mad. I don't know. That's my logic. Like a little bit of like yellow Eladrin, like just a little bit like the summer. And she spits out her drink at that. What? No, of course not. No.
At this time, you begin to hear horns. Magdalyn, you can identify them. They are sounds of warning of like some sort of incursion.
Gene, I'd like to immediately make a stealth check as I fucking vanish.
Absolutely, you can do that.
Wow. Okay, hang on. Wait,
Fuck
I need
yeah.
better music for this. Oh no.
Gene, that is a 24.
So you guys look to kind of toward the outside, and when you look back, Mr. Papadopoulos is gone.
Mr. Peepop, where'd you go?
These horns go off, and you hear a little bit of movement outside.
Okay.
You can tell that something is happening toward the northern entrance to this town.
Really bad at this. Okay. I guess I'll.
Well, let's investigate.
Yeah,
shall
let's
we?
go. And if you're here, Peepop, we're going. You should come too. Bye. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna start walking.
Yeah. People begin moseying. You guys begin walking. Some of you are hiding, and whether you're following them or not, that's up to you.
Oh, I'm following, but I'm staying hidden.
Yeah. So, you start hearing a rumbling, and it sounds like, and like, as you look in the distance to the north, trees begin moving. At first, you think something's like tearing them, but then as you look closely and squint, they're literally standing up on their roots and walking, and you notice a clearing begin to form.
What?
As these trees, there's a small tree in the middle kind of orchestrating. And then coming from above, you see caravans being pulled by like
Oh, that's cool.
unicorns with wings and donkeys with wings and weird giant dragonflies. And as this area begins to move, these trees begin to move. And they're not like awakened trees, it's like someone's animating them. And the trees begin to clear, and these caravans begin to settle down. You notice water begins to trickle, and a moat seems to form around this clearing. Tents begin to pop up. These caravans begin to expand, and a fog rolls lightly, and it seems like a carnival is forming.
I immediately get PTSD at the sight of the fog. I'm sorry. No, it's fine. It's fine.
It's taking time, but it seems like the Witchlight Carnival is arriving tonight and likely opening tomorrow.
Okay, that's cool. Oh boy.
That's pretty cool. And suddenly Percival is standing next to you.
Yeah.
God.
And you notice
Okay.
like
That's pretty neat.
along like the tree line wall tops, there were a bunch of the guards like bows ready, and you notice people kind of slip in and out of the forest, kind of like it was just more like they saw something happening and so they seemed to react, but it was not like a. And everyone kind of like, there's now a murmuring amongst the people here because there is a ton of civilians. This is a full operational city, and people are whispering about the carnival and the Witchlight Carnival, and and Winfield, you did work there. The problem with working there, like you said, is most of your time was working the carnival, you didn't really get to explore outside it. You had enough money to like cover food and clothing, and so like you did have to go find yourself. And so like but like you've traveled to many different worlds, many different prime material planes, but you didn't really get to see them. So you've interacted with people of all different places from like Forgotten Realm, Eberron, all of these different strange worlds. This is the world you settled on. And so what you know is that the carnival will be here. They'll probably change locations in the world until they fully leave, and then they won't be back for another 8 years. Because that's how the Witchlight Carnival works. So, yeah.
Sorry, I just like spilled a whole cup of stuff, so I'm just like trying to fix that.
I heard that.
I know you heard it happen because you're in my house.
So,
fortunately, we're good. But
I guess we should get some rest because apparently it's here.
yes.
Oh, it's gonna be so much fun. Can't wait.
Yes, I suppose we should
This
get some rest.
Should be exciting. Any pointers, Winfield, for us before we get going?
Best things to see, people not to cross. I don't know.
All right.
Well, the key is there's so much there. You want to see everything. So take it all in. You'll see certain things that you'll say, "Wow." Go to where your feelings let you. You'll gravitate towards certain events. But the key is move around a bit and explore and experience as much as.
Okay.
Yeah, and I pulled up the map for all of you, so you can kind of look at the map as now these flyers begin to rain down throughout the city. The maps have labels on them of these places that you can visit inside the carnival. And for those on Twitch, I know it might be a little bit hard to see, but I tried my best to put it up for you. So yeah.
Gene, I pluck one of the flyers out of the air with Mage Hand.
Yep.
Nice.
And it kind of unfurls in front of me.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Well, I am actually excited. But before we start, and please humor a young Papadopoulos, take this. And Percival will hand you it looks like a coin that has been folded around a marble.
Interesting.
And he hands that to you.
Okay.
And oh, go ahead, sorry.
No, okay. Yes, if freely given, I gladly accept.
Like I said, something borrowed is something owed. Something given is something bowed. Just keep that in mind.
You said that the other way around last time, I thought.
I said it right.
And I'll mention to Winfield, when she mentioned that there was a portal to the Feywild in your carnival, you've never heard of that. Like, that was something that's never happened, but things do go missing, and so do sometimes people, so maybe. But you've never seen or witnessed a portal to the Feywild inside the carnival working there. Yeah, and so, yeah, you guys can kind of see, there's ticket booth, there's a Calliope, lost property, dragonfly rides, and we'll get into you choosing what the fuck you want to do. But, is there anything else you want to do for the evening?
I'm just going to tell them how wonderful snail racing. You will love the snail racing, and how would you expect? That's all.
Yeah.
That sounds incredible. I'm not even gonna lie. That sounds amazing.
And apparently, he kind of also lets you know that snail racing, they do need jockeys when you do race your snails.
Ears fucking go crazy when he starts thinking about this.
Yeah, if there's anything you guys are interested in and you want to ask Winfield, I can kind of tell you a little bit about those places beforehand. If there's like a specific thing that he would know that Norm doesn't quite know.
I'm curious what the Pixie Kingdom's all about, just considering
what
that is.
So the Pixie Kingdom, essentially the the pixies will shrink you down, and it's like a giant land that you go do pixie things in, and it only costs one
that
ride,
sounds like fun.
and you can explore the whole thing. And Winfried knows that the pixie that runs it is named Jeremy Plum.
Okay.
What are dragonfly rides about? Because if it means we get to ride on giant dragonflies,
yeah, 100% doing that.
That's number one.
Oh yeah,
that's the first thing.
Yes, yeah, dragonfly riding again. Yeah, you get to ride dragonflies, and like
100%.
it takes you like around the carnival so you can see it from the top.
That's pretty cool.
All right, I definitely want to do that.
Oh, and Winfield, I have something for you if you'll accept it. I know this is maybe uncommon between our kin, but it's just a Papadopoulos tradition. And he holds out a wooden ring. It looks like, maybe it was, gotten from like a tree or a stick, but it was like a knot in the tree that has been hollowed and turned into a ring, and it has red ribbon tied all around it.
Take it, look very carefully, kind of feel it fits real neatly onto his horn. So he put it on one of his horn, and then you see the little ribbon trail. Yes, I would. As long as it's traditional, let it not be said that I'm fine.
Oh, and also you will know that there is a treant sapling named Northwind who runs the dragonfly rides.
Oh.
Perfect. Now, just remember, I want those things back at the end. That's why I'm giving them to you.
Also, big thing you know is Northwind cannot keep a secret.
I love this guy.
So tell him nothing. Tell him nothing, but have him talk. Got it. Okay. All right.
And also, you know, Norm, that Northwind is the one who animated the trees and had them clear for the carnival.
Okay.
Gene, and it seems like it's still setting up, and we'd enter tomorrow.
Correct. It's going to take some time to kind of fully set up, but you see it arriving, and the tree path clears, and water begins swirling, and like it's like a magic. Things are just happening around.
Very good. Well, I say we hop to bed, and then we start the day bright and early.
Sounds good to me, but I only need 4 hours of sleep, so it's not even really sleep. We're weird elves.
I need to go around and pick up a few things for some people, so I'll be along shortly, but, various people look for certain things when they arrive. It may be used to maybe get a little bit of information regarding your situation. I know what everybody likes, so I always try to pick up a couple nice trinkets. And
that's smart. Yes, that seems wise.
I
should probably make a few more lucky charms just in case.
Yeah, and I'll say this, like, Norm, you didn't really interact with Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. But I'll give you some people that you did. So Mr. Witch, he's very businesslike and humorless. And he has a pocket watch where he keeps everything on schedule. He dresses with panache, though is muted tones, and always carries his pocket watch. Mr. Light is like a flamboyant, dressed Harley Quinn style. He has like this fancy cane he uses, and he's kind of like, he wears a Harley Quinn suit, a jaunty hat, and he's kind of like the showman of the two runners. You know, the person who kind of keeps track of the staff area is Hurley the Bugbear, and and he is very smart, even though everyone kind of treats him like a dumb brute. But he is like, and you know that he has a brother that also works in the carnival. Northwind I already told you about. You know that there is a mermaid who sings and performs named Palasha.
Palasha.
Yep. You know that there is Sacco the clown.
Sacco.
Who is
that spelled?
D&D. How is that spelled?
THACO the clown.
Yeah, of course
Wow.
it is. Jesus
I mean,
Christ.
that's kind of perfect, though.
And he's kind
Thank
of
you, Jeremy
quiet,
Crawford and team.
but he is the like personal bodyguard of Mr. Witch and kind of guards their personal area. And you know that the person in charge of the lost and found, which are generally kids, is Dillagram, and it's a displacer beast.
Oh.
All right.
There's other
Don't make that one
people.
angry.
You know that like there's like Candlelight, who I forget what the fuck. I don't have his shit because I'm smart.
I mean, why don't we wait
Yeah.
till we get
Yeah, I
to
was
the
gonna say
places
because
that
we'll get
they
there.
cover?
We'll
Yeah.
we'll get there.
But yeah, there's a bunch of people that are known to you, and we'll get there when we get there. So, you pick up a few things, and you guys rest for the evening, and starting, you have the whole day ahead of you, but because you know that the carnival opens at sundown for 8 hours.
Okay.
So, are we ready to go to the carnival?
Oh, for sure. Gene,
wait.
the only thing I'd like to say is before we go to bed, I go trash hunting. I go rooting through trash to steal stuff.
Sure. Make an investigation check.
Sure. Oh, damn, 24, bud.
Okay. You can roll 5 times on the trinket table.
Rock. Fucking beautiful, dude. Yeah, thanks.
And you find a bunch of stuff. And you can tell me what they are and surprise me as we go forward. So,
Perfect, Gene.
the
Perfect.
first stars of night twinkle above the apricot sunset. Giant dragonflies whir overhead. Trailing streamers and a low mist curls over the ground. Through a floral archway, you glimpse wondrous and vibrant creatures. Elf stilt walkers, dancing fairies, and painted performers. Everywhere there's laughter, pixie dust bubbles, and the wistful tune of a whistling calliope.
I love this place already. It's so
I'm very
jaunty.
excited.
I need my showy eye patch. I can take out a different eye patch.
As you guys move through the crowd, you're in a line. You approach a ticket booth. You approach this ticket booth. You see a where are you? Of course. He has so much to. There we go. Ticket booth. There we go. A silver statue of a dancing fairy is mounted on the roof of this ticket booth and surrounded by fluttering butterflies. The booth is decorated with an animated depiction of the night sky, with shooting stars arcing across it. An elderly goblin perches behind the ticket counter, peering at you quizzically through a spyglass. He lowers the spyglass and calls out to you, "Greetings, fairgoers." And he has a name tag that says Nicholas Midnight. He's an old, wrinkled goblin.
Greetings, Mr. Midnight. How fares your evening?
Well, it fares fairly well. Would you like some tickets?
Yes, I would.
They are
8
8 silver a
Sorry.
ticket. So you
8
hand him 8
silver.
silver, he hands you a ticket.
Should I get? I mean, is it one punch per ride sort of a thing? Should I get more than one now, or can I come back?
We will be open all 8 hours. You can come back.
Okay.
Yes,
A
so
lot of 8s.
each ticket is good for 8 attractions. And if you want to sample more, you can always buy another ticket.
Okay. Question: Is 8 particularly significant to the owners of the carnival? It seems like there's many 8s.
I mean, numbers are powerful indeed. There are 8 hours in the carnival's night. It comes once every 80 years.
I noticed. Yes, that's interesting.
He kind of looks to the other two. He goes, Winfield, it has been a long while. How are you, young man?
I am doing well, Nicholas. You look very well today. Oh, here's that little thing you wanted me to pick up, and I have a little box, and it's wrapped up and says, "I'll take a look at that later at your leisure."
He takes it and he passes you a ticket. He goes, remember, everyone get a ticket. It would be unsavory to go without one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up last after the two of them have gone.
So he hands you a ticket and he also hands you a set of fairy wings.
Nice.
To me or
Both of you.
Winfield?
Whoever bought a ticket, you get a ticket and a set of fairy wings. He goes, please wear your wings or carry them on you so that the Witchlight hands will know that you have paid for your ticket and you are not sneaking in.
Okay. I'll put them on.
Perfect. Oh my god, Gene, these trinkets are so good. Sorry. Cool. Yeah. I will be the last person up, and I'll go, Mr. Midnight. Merrily may myself imaginate one ticket, please.
That will be 8 silver. You know, there's a person in the carnival who may like the way you speak. He kind of just winks at you.
That doesn't surprise me. Do you accept button as payment?
Ah, you wish to barter.
But of course, bartering is best. That's all I got.
Belatedly? Mag pipes up.
Yes, he goes, I could barter.
So Gene, I take out what looks like almost like a cigar box, and I begin to like run my paw through it, and I clack around all these buttons that are in there. But I kind of treat them like coins, like.
He goes, you may want to save your buttons. I know there's someone in the carnival who really enjoys them.
Snap. Snap close.
I'd be willing to make a pact for a ticket.
See, this came up recently. Is this capital P pact or small p pact?
Well,
any difference?
It will only last for your stay in the carnival.
A poor pact is a pissant, pallid payday.
Rennie, roll me a d8.
Sure.
How much you get?
2.
A 2? All right. He goes, you must wear a crown of flowers and water it every hour without taking it off, and I will give you a ticket.
Like, Percival stops and really considers it. One of his ears kind of twitches. Done deal.
All right. He hands you a ticket, butterfly wings, and a flower crown. And as you
put on the wings,
as you take the ticket, you feel a slight surge of power, as a pact has been enabled that you kind of have to follow. And you realize that if you don't follow it, your ticket will just disappear.
Right.
So every hour you have to water without taking it off, so you can get wet, buddy.
A perfectly parlayed pact.
All right.
Mm-hmm. And look, we match now. Mag, by the way, I don't know if I remembered to mention this, but she has flowers that just grow in her hair every morning. Like, they're real flowers. They are just there. That is not a normal Eladrin thing. Maybe for a spring Eladrin, not an autumn Eladrin, though. But flowers grow in her hair every day.
He explains to you that there are 3 major events that happen in the carnival. During the first hour, Northwind will come around, and there will be welcome gifts, and if you are lucky to get one, then it could be something fun. Then at the 4th hour of the carnival, there's a big top extravaganza. And then lastly, and he kind of looks at you all, there is the crowning of the Witchlight Monarch on the 8th hour.
Oh.
And they become the monarch of the carnival for the season.
What does that mean exactly?
Oh, they are paraded through the king of this carnival or queen or, just monarch. And it is a title and you get a crown and a minor boon. It doesn't last forever, but it's a fun thing, and there are ways to. It is a random carnival goer. There could be ways to affect that, but who knows?
I'm dastardly dubious.
Well, apparently, Mr. Light, his cane kind of selects it. Just a random carnival goer.
Does his cane speak to him, or is it like he just sort of, is it like a wand? Do we know? All right. Yeah.
No? Well, good luck to you. Please enjoy your day.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Midnight.
Of course. Yeah.
I give a slight bow and thank you kindly. Please show me the way to the dragonflies. That is number 1 on the docket.
All right.
Oh, yes.
All right. So kind of just as you enter the carnival, obviously you kind of move through the ticket booth. To your right is Lost Property. Ahead of you, you hear this calliope playing. You see the big top, and I will give a little bit of a description of that, which is the roof of this tent reaches toward the night sky in 3 swooping peaks, topped with spinning gold stars. Painted wooden panels on the tent walls whirl with colorful motion, displaying vibrant circus performances. The sound of music and laughter drift throughout the canvas door. As you guys enter the carnival, the first event happens, which you were told about. As everyone kind of gathers, you begin kind of milling about, and you're heading toward, you said, the dragonflies. But before you get there, because the guy who runs the dragonfly also runs this first hour thing, so it's not open yet.
Okay.
12-foot tall walking tree, garlanded in golden ribbons, marches down the thoroughfare. Emerald clouds swirl above the tree and rain down golden spinning sycamore seeds. Fairgoers try to catch the seeds before they hit the ground, and the seeds gently fall. A chatty squirrel scampers along the boughs of the tree, handing dandelions to select passerbys.
Oh.
Yeah, Gene, I'm definitely going to try to catch the seed.
Okay, please make me a dexterity check.
Just raw dex?
Yes, a raw dex check.
Can I try to?
Anyone can try. People are like leaping and trying to grab. No one's like pushing each other, but like people are trying.
13.
8.
Okay. Remember, you have a group inspiration, or I think you have 2.
2.
If you guys really want to use them.
I
Yeah.
don't.
Okay, so you got.
I rolled a 16.
16. All right.
Ooh.
So
Can I be a cheater and use Mage Hand?
I'll let you roll with advantage.
Like, use the other hand to bat it into your hand, like a high five.
9.
Wow.
All right.
Smack yourself in the
Unfortunately,
head.
you cannot get one, but the other 2 do.
Yeah.
Woo!
So, Mag, roll me a d8, and Norm also roll me a d8.
Oh boy. Where is my D8s on here? Did they not have a D8 as a rollable thing? Oh, here it is. I'm sorry. It just looked weird. My Witchlight die. Let's see what I get. Frozen is the answer. 6.
All right. So as you catch the seed, it dangles into your hand and transforms into a gold piece, Mag.
Ooh. Oh, look at that. I think I just got my ticket price back.
You got more than your ticket price.
I mean, yeah, I'm saying, like, that's pretty nice.
Rolled a 2.
So as the seed kind of catches it, you begin to giggle. Norm, you now have the personality trait Until Dawn. I am easily amused.
Nice.
As you're home now, and you start giggling a little bit about it. Yeah, and that is That is the first hour, and you can still do something in this hour, but like, you're heading to the dragonflies, you said? As you see him,
yeah.
he's walking over that way as he circled the carnival.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right. I love it. Yeah, so you head to the dragonfly rides. Huge lily pad. Oh, actually, let's if you guys can move yourself on the map to the dragonfly rides.
Sure.
That way I can kind of keep track of things. Yeah. Perfect. Thanks.
I will be riding a dragonfly. Woo!
All right. Yeah, absolutely. It's gonna be good. So, huge lily pads rest on the surface of a pool, glistening with phosphorant algae. Giant dragonflies use the lily pads as landing platforms, buzzing loudly overhead, with wings as brilliant as stained glass windows, and alighting briefly to drop off and pick up excited passengers. Near the entrance, a small, smiling tree turns your way and beckons you over. A red squirrel, the same one that was giving out dandelions, clings to its leafy canopy, peering at you suspiciously. Northwind goes, "Whoa, what's up, guys? How you doing?"
Start laughing.
Greetings.
And he has like little butterfly wings on as well, just like
Aw.
everyone in the carnival working there has a uniform and also has these wings on.
Nice.
What's up? You guys here to ride some dragonflies?
Yes. Yes.
Most indubitably.
Ooh, cool. Can I see your tickets?
Ticket.
All right. So he punches a ticket on each of you. He goes, nice, nice. And he kind of like gestures to some dragonflies.
Gene, how many punches does it seem our ticket can hold?
8. So,
Go.
One
and you
thing
can
per
also
hour.
buy more tickets.
Yeah,
for more
yeah.
punches. He goes,
Oh, I should mark off that money. But
So
yes,
you
go on.
well, you didn't spend any money for your ticket because you made it back.
You're right. I made a pact. Sorry. Thank
I
you.
mean, I did, but
there-
yeah.
There are 8 giant dragonflies, and as you guys begin to, head toward, 3 of them, okay, you see, you hear a shout of an alarm, ah! And you see a giant dragonfly has taken off prematurely with a patron on its back. A middle-aged dwarf with a bright blue beard sits unfastened in his harness. Is there anything you'd like to do?
How far away is he?
Yeah.
He's
what
like
are
the
we
dragon.
talking
Like you guys are heading toward the pen, and this dragonfly has started to take off prematurely.
about? Is it something like we could grab the I don't know, whatever was tying the dragonfly down, or like can we
Yeah.
try and grab the dwarf so he doesn't like die? I
Okay,
don't know. Like,
Absolutely. How are you trying to? Yeah, tell me how you want to try to stop this or do.
Well, I
anything.
I don't want to hurt the dragonfly because I don't know how fragile these things are. So I'm gonna try and go to either grab the dwarf and pull him off, or like hold. I don't know.
Why don't you make me an animal handling check if you're trying to
Oh,
get
God.
control of this dragonfly? And then also everyone make me a perception check.
Oh, I actually did really damn good. That's pretty good.
Okay.
Womp womp.
You're just having too much fun. You're laughing at all of this. You're like,
I want to see the dwarf fall off. That's pretty hilarious.
yeah, I know. You're like, wait,
So what'd you get on your animal handling?
I got a 19,
19?
and I
Okay.
got a 15 perception.
Okay, 15 perception. Should have definitely brought dice down here, but I didn't because I'm fucking smart.
That's fine.
Hold on, get some dice up so I can roll some dice. Okay. So you kind of grab the reins of the dragonfly and you begin kind of like calming it down. And it seems to be reacting. And so, what everyone get on their perception? Sorry.
19.
15? Alright, Rennie. You're a trained con man. You see a small person slip away very quickly from near that dragonfly and situation.
Can I follow?
Absolutely.
Yeah. As soon as I see someone skulk, I like,
There we
cool,
go.
you're it, and I'm gonna follow behind.
Routine. Yeah, no, okay. Okay. So, Mag, you calm this dragonfly down, you hold down its reins. The dwarf's like, oh, thank you so much. And you begin, and Rennie, you begin slipping away, following this person.
Would you like a stealth,
Yes,
survival? to
please
keep,
make me a stealth check, because I'm going to see if he notices you.
Sure. Fucking crushing these stealth rolls, brother. 21.
Okay. This person does not seem to see you. And you begin to slip off. So she begins trying to make her way through they begin trying to make their way through the crowd. Rennie, you notice as they slip into a crowd, their shape changes. So make me another perception check.
You got it.
And they're
got
gonna
it.
make another check against you.
Oof, we'll see. My perception is not great, so. 12.
You lose them as they seem to change shapes and slip into the crowd as another person. But you did notice that was a little bit of fuckery. As this is happening, Mag, you help this person down. He thanks you. He thanks you profusely. He goes, oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, it just got startled, and I don't know why. It just freaked out.
Well, I'm glad that we could get you on the ground before it took off with you half on like that.
Oh, yeah, thank you. And he kind of like steps off the dragonfly. He's like, you know what? I think I'll pass on that ride. You can keep the whole punch. We're good. And he kind of like backs off again, thanking you. And Northwind's like, whoa, that was super great of you. Nice. But
Northwood, does that happen often? Do they start all that easy?
No, they're trained. They're cool. They just fly around. That's weird.
Percy, I'm gonna return, and I'm gonna grab one of the branches on Northwind.
Hey, what's up, little man?
So I think that you should know that I saw someone skulk away pretty quick. They may have startled the dragonfly on purpose.
Oh, that's really messed up. I'll let the witch hands know about that.
They seem to know how to change their shape, which is not that difficult, but just, you know.
Oh, interesting. Actually, Rennie, make me an Arcana check, because you did see the person do it.
Yeah, and Gene, I'll tell you, if it's disguise self, I know that trick.
Yeah.
That's a trick I know well.
You can make it with advantage.
I still didn't roll particularly amazing, but I did get a 14.
Good enough. So they did disguise self, but you didn't really see like how you would normally do it. It's just kind of
right.
So it kind of reminds you of like maybe a warlock with mask of many faces, like someone who's just like whoop, whoop, and, like,
very inherent.
Yep.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
And they slipped. All right. And I'll say for a moment, because again, disguising self kind of drops when you first cast it. You saw the flickering of like a black feathery form.
Flickering of black feathers. Okay.
Interesting.
So yeah, you guys get on your dragonflies now. Now that you've helped this dwarf out.
I like double check my own restraints as they're putting me on.
Everything seems fine. That dragonfly seems calmed. You guys kind of begin taking a slow perambulation through the carnival. You fly over the feasting orchards. You see, as you go around, you see a carousel with like wooden unicorns in pairs. There's a centaur lady kind of sitting there manning the booth as you fly over. You're flying like 20 feet above the ground.
Okay.
You kind of circle around to the right. You see swans, like gondola swans. You see a large lake. you fly around the big top, but not to the staff area where you do see some like caravan set up where people sleep and the staff are. And you pass another large, strange, this place called the Hall of Illusions, and you see a mime standing outside it, like pointing to people to go in. You course over and you see some giant snails racing around a track. As you fly over, you see a small, like, miniature version of the carnival, the Pixie Kingdom.
Oh, cute.
In the center, where you also see this bubble pot teapot. You see another, like, mystery mine where it's like you see a dwarf standing outside, like, dressed in full wizard robes. And you see these mine carts. They enter, like, this tunnel and then disappear and come out the other side, and some of the patrons are like scared, shocked faces.
Oh boy.
You hear the sound of this calliope, yeah, and you kind of circle back. You see the lost property, you see, you know, the entrance, this like river around, and eventually as you kind of settle through, you land back about, and it seems like, yeah, taking you on a nice slow trek through the amusement park or
Little tour.
Yeah.
Well, this was good. I'm glad we did this first because now we saw everything.
That's what I'm saying. See, not just a hat rack.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and I will say that about an hour has passed. You are now on hour 2.
Gene, I will dip my paw in the water that is clearly demonstrated.
Yep.
And I will sprinkly.
All right, you water your crown. Yeah. What interests you next?
Well, we did my thing. Who's up?
Yeah, there's also like random like carnival games. There's like right between the big top and the Hall of Illusions of like generic carnival games.
I don't.
Well, they're not
trust
generic.
that.
There are specific carnival games, and that's kind of the stuff that like you might have done, Norm, as your character, like as a hand light, you know, which light hand you've run those, or you kind of clean up trash, you know, doing carnival duties. And as you
And all the secrets how to win the games, right?
Yeah.
they're pretty tricky. You know, the games are pretty hard to win. And as you land, you hear a bzzz, and you feel a small weight land on your shoulder. You don't see anything, and you all hear the slight buzzing.
Hmm.
And you hear,
Interesting.
I know what it is, right?
"Yeah, hey, what's up, man? It's been so long." And as you see that appearing, standing about 6 inches tall with like an acorn helmet, wings on their back, sparkling with a little bit of glitter, having like a short bow on their back and a rapier at their side. You see Zebulon, and he goes, "Hey, what's up, Winfield? It's been forever." And you guys see
Yes, it has been. It's great to see you. You look really funny today for some reason. I can't really explain.
Well, I don't know. I've been having fun, and you guys see a little sprite land on Winfield's shoulders. So,
Hello.
Oh, this is Zebulon, very good friend of mine. Worked with him.
Hey, Zebulon. Magdalyn. Nice to meet you.
oh, it's nice to meet you guys. How you doing?
Greetings,
Having
Zebulon.
fun.
Yeah, no, it's been a while since we landed here. But yeah, I'm glad you're back.
They're
Man.
trying to- Yeah, these guys are trying to figure out what games they should try.
Oh, what games I should try? Oh, there's so much to do here.
I was hoping to go to the Pixie Kingdom at some point, actually.
We
personally.
should go to the Pixie Kingdom. It is amazing.
Zebulon, what are you like in
I
charge
knew
of?
he was going to say that. He always
I know.
said.
Oh, well, I'm not in charge of anything. I just kind of do what I want. Part of the
Mm.
carnival.
I mean, don't you have a job here?
I'm a hero. I do hero stuff.
Hero?
Do something heroic right now.
All right, okay. You see him fly toward the ground, and he like picks up something like crumpled trash, and he throws it out. Very heroic. Doing
While
my
he does
job.
that, I
Okay.
grab my pan flute, play some accompanying music while he accomplishes. I've seen
like very heroic, like dun,
shenanigans
dun,
like this
dun, dun,
before.
dun, yeah.
Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, hero stuff. I mean, plus, we go to the Pixie Kingdom where I'm normal sized.
That sounds fun.
Okay, yeah, let's go. And he begins buzzing that way.
Zeb, take those guys along. I just need a minute, and I'll catch up to you guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm.
I'm gonna go over to North.
Yeah.
Kind of pull him to the side and say, "What's the scuttlebutt?"
Whoa, man. Dude, you don't even know. You know that, like, Mr. Witch and Mr. Light aren't even the original carnival owners? They're not even from the Feywild. But it matters not an inch. We're all one big happy family.
Yeah. Feeling.
Also, apparently, I want to tell you that he kind of like looks around. Apparently, the carnival, it can't run without Mr. Witch's pocket watch. I hope he never loses it. And there's nothing more than Mr. Light likes more than a sea of smiling faces. If the carnival's happy, he's happy. Why, what's up with you, man? Tell me about your stories. You've been doing hero stuff?
Oh, I try to go here and there. I'm kind of exploring a lot of places because all the places we went to really didn't give me a chance to like interact with the people that much. So I'm hoping to kind of go explore and just kind of see what else is out there,
Yeah, no, man. Tell me all about it. I'm so, like, I want to know more. Yeah, one day I'm going to be like a big, huge tree, and I'm going to be like, all my ancestors are going to be so happy and proud of me. I'm going to be great.
I can't really tell too much right stuff right now because it's kind of like a little,
Whoa, you know me. You can tell me anything. Wouldn't tell no one.
I know,
anything.
but I know you are awesome with secrets. Believe me, if I get anything good, I'll certainly let you know because I know you'll keep it between us.
Yeah, these roots are sealed, buddy.
Right. I gotta catch up to my friends over in the Pixie Kingdom. They're gonna love it.
All right, man. Well, hopefully I'll see you around. It was good seeing you again.
Right.
All right, bye. And other people start like coming in for other rides. All right, a cop. Yes.
No, I was gonna say, can I run to the bathroom really quick? I don't know if we want to take a break now.
Please.
Yes, because I'm gonna grab coffee as well.
Why don't we take a 15-minute break and then we'll come back?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Because I was like, since it's technically my story, I can't leave.
Yeah, no,
like I can't go
We'll take
anywhere.
a 15-minute. We'll come back at 9:30.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Gene, this is already a hoot.
All right. Welcome back. So before we continue this adventure, Julia has some quick announcements to make.
Oh, yes. Hi, everyone. Player of Mag here. Yes, I just have some quick announcements, and that is just that we have some special music this evening that's not our usual, so I wanted to give it a quick shout out, especially because it's like we have to in order to use it. So, artists that we are playing tonight include the Australian composer Scott Buckley, who we love and we use pretty much like every week, but also tonight some new people. Ian, Ivan, I'm gonna say his last name totally wrong. I want to say it's like Duch. I'm not sure. Sorry if I said it wrong, but a lot of his music is what we're using for the like carnival music, and it's very cool. And then also the Seventh Midnight is the other group, and I really like their stuff, and it's the first time I found it. So that's it. Yeah, we're excited to use your stuff, and thank you for putting it out on the internet for free use, and it's really great. Yeah, that's it.
Thanks, Scott Buckley.
Yeah.
Yay! And Ivan and the Seventh Midnight.
Thank you all. So as you guys wind your way from the Dragonfly rides, you pass by the small lost property. To the right, through the river over the bridge, you see the carousels of the unicorns with like a disgruntled centaur standing outside it. And you're drawn to the sound of a calliope. A merry tune spills forth from an instrument on the back of a brightly painted wagon. A monkey wearing a cloak covered with buttons turns a handle at their wagon's rear, sending music into the air from rows of golden whistles. In the air, as you watch, a goblin dressed as a ladybug toddles up to you, rattling a tin cup. Playing this calliope, this baboon says, "Spare a button, if you please. I'll sew it next to all of these. I offer nothing in its place besides a smile upon my face." And the ladybug kind of shakes a tin cup that has some buttons in it.
A button, you say? Well, isn't this just serendipitous? And, Gene, I'm going to open my little box of buttons. I'm going to go over and I'm going to put a little handful of buttons. Tink, 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 into the cup.
The baboon begins turning it and a nice jaunty tune comes out and the lady kind of shakes it. Can
I kind of lean in close?
Mm-hmm.
And be like, I have more buttons where these came from, if you wouldn't mind having a conversation.
Yeah, and you guys notice, like, as he turns this, like, piano thing, like, moving, and, the baboon looks at you and goes, "Maybe?" What, as he keeps turning.
I'll kind of like nod for the rest of the group to like, come over, and be like, I'm just interested if anyone interesting has passed through the carnival, anyone out of the ordinary, perhaps a bit grumpy, perhaps you might even describe them as thorny.
He goes, well, there have been rumors going around. I know that Mr. Witch and Mr. Light seem to be a little bit out of sorts. Something is astir. There's also been a prankster about. And,
I think I've seen them.
If they were caught or removed, it might improve the carnival's day. But if you are looking to learn things, I would suggest a ride upon the carousel. But you must know their names.
Know the names of whom?
He just kind of continues playing the piano.
But you must know their names. Is that the names of the individual horses on the carousel, or is that the names of the people we seek?
Why don't we go look at look at the carousel to like take a peek at it and see if there's anything obvious there.
Well, if you insist, Magdalyn, I suppose we shall.
Let's take a perambulate near the carousel.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
That's a good P word for your P sentences. Yes, Mr. P-pop.
Percival Papadopoulos perambulated playfully.
Ooh, with the pixies.
Perhaps with pixies.
With pixies.
And lost it. There it is.
Property? I don't know. I'm throwing words. It's fine.
All right. So you're right by it. You make your way over to the carousel.
Mm-hmm.
I will drop an image for you guys in the Discord, as you will see the person operating the upload a file, because it's pretty cool. There we go. There we go.
An image. Let us see this image.
May have somehow stopped the music, but not on purpose.
That's okay.
Where's
I
the
was going to
images?
change it anyway.
It should be in the Lost Legacy chat. But
I am not seeing it, my man.
I'm not seeing it either.
oh, there we go. I hit it.
Oh, hello. Oh,
Okay.
cool.
So that's the lady operating this this ride, and so
I'm guessing a centaur.
yes, a disgruntled centaur.
Oh.
This music is. I'm leaving this music then. Perfect.
All right, so
Where can I find this photo? Like
in,
Is that
in our Lost Legacy Discord chat, and for people, if you go to Witchlight, this is Diana Cloppington, so
Oh, she
you
looks
can
pretty.
look her up. A procession of wooden unicorns stands motionless on a circular wooden platform. Fairgoers clamber onto the unicorns' backs, and a female centaur sets the ride in motion. The unicorns shake their manes and creak to life, cantering around the carousel to the delight of their riders. You see this, cross-armed centaur with fairy wings. He goes, should I see your tickets?
I hand mine over.
Punch.
Why, of course, madam. What malady has made you so unmelodious?
Punch. She kind of just gestures at herself.
You look wonderful.
This is not who I am. But you should ride the ride. It's super fun.
What do you mean it's
What
not
do you
who
mean
you are?
it's not
Yeah.
who you are?
Who are you normally?
She goes, I'm a human, and I made a bad deal.
Well, that is the way of things. Sometimes when you roll the dice of life, they come up snake eyes.
Yeah, you definitely...
Okay.
Everyone kind of, you can see that there is a deep sadness behind her eyes.
Yeah. Is there any way you can end it? Does something have to happen in order for it to end?
I can't.
Can you
really
speak of it?
Speak about things.
Can you speak around it?
You could always ask the unicorns questions, but to earn their trust, you gotta learn the names of all 8 unicorns.
Sure, how do I do that? Do I just ask them, or do you know
She kind
them?
of gives you a clay pot of gold paint and some paintbrushes. And
Okay.
the first ride goes through, and then once everyone gets off, she puts up a sign that says essential repairs. Everyone, carousel's closed. We gotta do some repair work. And everyone's like, and they...
Did we just get volunteered? What's happening?
You know what? That's fine. That's
She
fine.
just
I'm
kind
fine
of-
with this.
I'll say this, you guys can make me an insight check.
Sure, yeah, love to.
I mean, yeah, I get it, but I get it.
Oh, not super great.
But does Mag get it? Is the question.
Nah, Percy's not picking up what's going down.
I mean, if you, I mean,
Not roll.
I got a 7.
5. Come on.
you have 2 group inspirations.
Only 2.
Yeah.
I'd rather save him for a big thing. I get the out of game, which makes me feel like in game Mag also understands
Sure.
she's doing it so that we can like talk privately or something could happen. That's like she needs everyone to go away. That's my thought. I don't know.
Well, she hands you a clay pot with gold paint in it and some paintbrushes, and she gestures to the carousel and just kind of stands there looking around.
Great. I'm gonna look to see if there's places that are missing gold that need to be painted.
So, as you approach the first pair of unicorn, you see the first unicorn's name is Fortune,
Okay.
and the second unicorn just has a B, but there's missing letters as the paint has faded away.
Ooh, does it look like something that I can add? Sorry,
So like
it's completely faded?
So it's like Fortune is on the one tag, and on the other unicorn's
B.
tag, it just has a B, and there's space, and there's definitely faded paint that you can't quite figure out what the word was.
Can I keep going to see if the others have
Sure.
different letters or different to
So
see if I can try and
you
figure it
go
out?
to the second pair of unicorns,
Okay.
and you see fall on the right side, and you see fall, and then on the left side it just has a PR, like the letter P, the letter R.
Okay, yep.
The third pair, as you kind of keep going, as you keep going across,
Okay.
there is stone, and then the other one has a M, and then it looks like about 2 spaces for other letters, and an S.
Oh god. This is like tough. Okay, hold on.
And I
This is
Fortune, the letter B, fall, PR, stone. I don't understand that at all. M space S, right? 2 spaces?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead. Is that
And then the fourth pair is the complete one is Stitch, and then it has space N space for the other one. And you can tell by the size of the thing.
Are they opposites? Are they similar?
Make me an insight check if
Sure.
if you're having trouble and you're trying to kind of get a hint.
I guess maybe, Gene, you know what? I'm gonna start looking for clues on like, are the horses painted or attired similarly?
right or differently?
They look
Or differently.
They look pretty similar, but they have different name tags. But yeah,
okay.
make me an insight check.
Okay. I'm not great at that, but sure.
Anyone can, and you also have 2 inspirations.
15, Gene.
Tell you what, Winfield sees that Mags is concentrating, so he's oblivious. He doesn't understand any of this, so he's going to look over and he's going to say some words of encouragement and give her a bardic inspiration.
Nice. So what do I roll on top of that then? D6?
Yes.
Yeah, you get an extra d6 for one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw for the
Doing it
next.
right now because I think that's why we need it right now.
Very nice.
God.
Very nice.
So 13 plus whatever this D6 is because it's not done rolling. Sorry. Only a 1. So that's a 14 for
Okay.
me.
You guys got a 15, so my hint is each one of these pairs relates to a proverb.
Oh, easy. Fortune favors the brave.
It's
that's-
bold.
Or bold.
It's bold, actually, Magdalyn.
Fine, bolds. Well, you know what? We said brave in the Feywild. That's fine. We'll put brave. We'll put bold. We'll put bold because I
So
think you're right.
You painted an
Bold.
O, an L, and a D. Okay? So, yep. You're not
Okay,
sure
what's-
if it's right.
What's the second one?
The
Fall. So it must be pride. Pride comes before the fall.
and
Pride.
That saying was actually invented by the Papadopoulos clan.
Was it really? Oh my.
If you want to make an insight check, I'm going to make this deception.
Isn't there something
Yo,
about
Fucking
What?
27. What's up?
Oh, I believe.
I'm so
you know
good
what?
at lying.
You know what? I don't know how long the Papadopoulos clan has been around, so that's probably true.
That's right.
Isn't there something about stones not growing moss? Am I wrong? Is that a thing? Isn't that a saying?
There's something about what side the moss grows on
Stones
stones.
can't grow moss or something. There's like a proverb about it. Anyway, I think it's moss.
How many letters is it? Do we know, or we don't know?
We know there's 2 missing letters. It could be moss.
What's it starts with M?
M-S.
Yeah, so it's like because it has the beginning and the end of its name, but it's missing the 2
Right.
letters. It doesn't
And
actually
it
have
seems
dashes.
it seems with the other proverbs, it's the first word and the last word in the proverb.
Oh.
Pride cometh before the fall. Yeah.
And then the last
I don't know this one.
is Stitch, and then the
I
other
was never much good at sewing.
it's space and space.
It's
About
not
9.
Oh! Yes! Right? Because wait, you said 9, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Stitch in
What's-
time saves 9, right? That's the saying. Something like that. I never understood that. Why 9? Why not 8? Why not 4? Why is it 9? But you know what? This is 9. I'm gonna rate 9.
It's because it's a magic number, Magdalyn, obviously.
Ugh, alright, fine. Well, so is 7 and 8, which 8s are everywhere today, so... Alright, so bold, fortune, bold, fall, pride, stone, moss, Stitch, 9.
Okay. She goes, all right, you guys help me fix up my thing. And she kind of waves over your tickets, and each hole punch refills
Ooh, cool.
from instead of having to pay for it. She goes, I don't know if you did it right, because again, I haven't done it in a while. But if you ride them, and you might learn some stuff.
Does it
Right.
Does it matter which one we ride?
I mean, have fun. This ride's all yours. You're still fixing it. And she kind of like leaves the sign up.
Oh man, I don't know which one to go to.
Well...
You know what? I think I do actually, and I'm gonna hop on fall.
See, I was actually thinking that one too. I think I'm gonna... I was actually gonna pick Pride, but... So
Cool.
I'm gonna pick Pride.
All right. Are you riding on one, Winfried?
I'll go on 9.
Winfried!
Yeah. Yeah. So you guys all
Winfield.
Winfield, sorry. You all enter the thing. She pulls a lever, and the unicorns come to life, and they seem to be a little bit more majestic and animated than you felt before when you first saw the ride. And you all kind of feel a light presence in your mind, like they can talk to you. And you hear, "Thank you for getting our names correct. It's been so long. What is it you wish? You may ask us a question 3." And each of you feel like you have 3 questions you can ask these magical carousel unicorns.
Oh, shit. Oh, God! Okay. Fuck, I have to...
This is good. This is good.
I have to formulate my questions. Somebody else go first.
Winfield, do you have a question?
Wait, do we
Thank-
only get 3 or we each get 3?
Each rider gets
Yes!
3
Okay, cool.
questions. 'Cause that was pretty hard. Like, that's a hard fucking thing if you have no idea.
Oh God, I don't... Was it really? Because I saw it...
Without the proverbs clue, I can see
Well,
that.
Yeah. Well, because as soon as I saw the fortune and the bee, I was like, fortune favors the bold,
Well,
but
I'll tell
I
you,
couldn't make the connection
A
that
few
any of the
them-
others were
A few of
proverbs.
them felt easy, but that last one with the stitches before 9,
Oh,
I've never
yeah.
heard of that proverb.
Same.
And
Same.
like,
Oh, no, I've heard of
I
it for like
have.
years. I didn't recognize it, and I was like,
but
yeah, that one
I
was
guess
tough.
it's an older saying.
Like my mom used to, or my grandmother used to say it all the time. So like I've heard it, but like it just doesn't connect, you know. Okay. So fuck, I don't know what I want to ask. Like I gotta get this specific.
I have a question.
Okay.
What is the King of Roses up?
Ooh, yeah.
They are planning a war.
Oh. Well, we kind of knew that, but that's okay. It's good to know for sure because it was just a rumor, so now we know for sure.
I think I have a question.
Okay.
Who here in the Witchlight Carnival has dealt with the King of the Roses the most?
Ooh.
3 agents of his are here.
I have one. Name one person in this carnival who hates the King of Roses. That's going to be our ally. Or who is one person in this carnival who hates the King of Roses?
Who
Gene's like decisions.
the owners of the carnival.
Okay. Oh, but they said that the owners aren't Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, so that's a trick because we don't actually know who they are. Right?
Well,
right. So,
you're not sure the implication they made.
okay.
Could be
shit.
Mr. Witch,
Okay.
could be Mr. Light. You each have 2 more questions.
What are the names
a question.
of... oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
What would happen if Mr. Light did not have a happy based upon the other stuff you told me?
The carnival would be sad, and the monarch would not be picked as easily. Bad things would befall those around him.
We don't want that. What were you gonna ask?
I was just going to be straightforward and go, what are the names of the 3 who...
Yeah, that's good.
Who have dealt with the King of Roses the most? What are the names of the 3 agents? The last
Sorry.
question, though, is just for me.
Yeah, I have question just for me too. So
Hold on. I got it. Heck, area. So many tabs open. All right, hold on one sec. Come on. There we go. Alorning, Sowpig the Ghoul, and Gleam's Shadow.
Sowpig the Ghoul, Gleam's Shadow, and what was the third one?
Alorning. Lornling.
Cool. Now we know who to avoid.
Well, we also know who to follow and listen to and eavesdrop on.
Yes. Did I already ask 2 questions?
Nope, only Renee.
Oh, I only asked 1, so I get 2 more. Okay. Should we ask about... I'm not asking the carousel, I'm looking at these 2. Do you think we should ask them about, the portal too, right? Probably. There was rumors of that. We should probably ask about that.
Well, you have 2 questions. Go for it.
All right. Is there a portal to the... No, that's going to be 2 questions.
Where is the portal?
Where is the portal to the Feywild within this carnival?
I know where it is. I just want to make sure it's correct.
Sure.
The Hall of Illusions.
I knew it somehow. I just knew it. I was like, there's a mime out front. I don't trust it. There's got something up with that. Okay. All right. Yeah, I have a question, but it's just for me. So you can ask your just for you question.
I mean, I think it's Winfield's turn.
Oh yeah, Winfield, your turn.
Oh, I'm trying to think. I could ask any. The
Anything at
possibilities
all.
are endless. which of the realms that I have seen, that we have visited, would bring me the most joy and happiness?
Aw.
Any realm you go to that you can play in.
Aw. Lame ass answer, but yeah. I mean, that's fair. Don't go to a realm that you can't play in.
But not the realm that Mr. Witch and Mr. Light are from.
Ooh. Okay.
Um,
Oh shit, now I want to ask that as my last question, but I'm not going to because I have a selfish one. But no, you go first. You go first, please. P-Pops! Papadopoulos!
I want to phrase this correctly. Does the Mushroom Monarch still is the Mushroom Monarch still hunting me?
Yes.
Guess I'm definitely not going home.
Well, look, that's scary because like fungus can like stretch underground and stuff. So I don't know what this mushroom monarch does, but that's scary. I don't
Magdalyn,
like that. They could be
there's a
under us
whole-
right now.
There's a whole fungal army out there, and they're spies, and they're underfoot. They're everywhere.
That's scary. I'm
They
never
use
stepping on a
spores
mushroom
to
again.
Communicate. It is truly mushrooms are the enemy.
I hate all of this. All right. All right. My last question is: name specific people at this carnival, or who are the specific people in this carnival that can give me information about Kieran?
Okay.
Ah.
Mr. Witch, Mr. Light.
Okay. Guess I have to find them.
Kettle Steam. See, I have to look real quick. No. All right, I have to quickly scan information to see what people know. Give me 1 second.
No problem. It's tough because you like have to write your own story into a pre-existing thing, like module, so it's like it's tricky, you know.
I mean, it is and it isn't. It's just figuring out what information.
Oh, that's a good question. Does either, when I mention the name Kieran, do either of you two react when I say the name?
You guys can make me history checks.
Because that's actually valid that you might know something.
Nope. I rolled a 1.
Cool.
And also the 3 agents I named.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Oh, that makes sense, actually. That makes sense.
So,
Okay.
yeah, the Lorne Lang and all that stuff.
Yep.
But I think that's the only people that know about Kieran.
Okay, that's fine. So, so maybe I don't want to go to the Pixie Kingdom anymore. That's fine. Wait, who is Kettle? I'm asking these guys now. Who is Kettle Steam?
You have no idea.
I just think it's a person we haven't met who works in the carnival.
Oh wait, maybe they were at the Bubble Pot Teapot. That seems to make sense, right? Like you would think a teapot and Kettle Steam would go together.
I mean, this is a fake carnival, so
Norm,
they could literally be a janitor.
You can
You don't
make-
know.
Oh, that's fair.
Norm, make me a history check with advantage.
Okay. Best subjects, but I will give it a
Shut up,
shot.
Cat. Is your food not going off? Hold on a second, guys. Sorry, I'm just gonna mute myself for a second.
It's
I
probably,
rolled a natural 20.
Nice.
there is no kettle steam that works in this carnival, and all of those 3 people named, the Lornling, the Shadow, they are also people who do not work in this carnival.
Interesting.
Well, I can tell you that none of these names sound familiar to me. I would certainly have known of them, at least their names. I'm really good with that.
So is it possible? Well, wait. How did you phrase that question? Did you say who's in the carnival? Because maybe they're just visitors. Did you say who's in the carnival?
I thought I said at the Witchlight Carnival.
Yeah, so they could just be visitors then. So they're not staff. They're just
true.
here. So we need to
Yeah, you asked
like hang around all the guests.
who has the most interaction with the King of Roses, and you found it was those 3 beings, and then you asked who would know about Kieran, and it was those 5 people, which was the 3 beings, Mr. Witch, Mr. Light, and Kettle Steam.
Look, I've changed my mind. I don't want to go to the Pixie Kingdom anymore. Sorry if you all had your hearts set on it. I have a couple theories. One, if there's a ghoul or something, do you think they might be in that, like, haunted mine thing that everyone seems to come out really scared inside? Because I feel like that's a good place for a ghoul to hang out.
It is quite possible.
I mean,
So I'd say that.
you also
I'd say
know,
we should...
You also know the
Yeah.
portals in the Hall of Illusions.
Alright, or the Hall of Illusions as well.
We might.
Looking at
I
that.
mean, I'll say this, Magdalyn. We already have a pretty juicy piece of information. I know. I'm sure your superiors want. I'm sure that they want more than just a few names.
Mm-hmm.
But we may have to go through this portal, which could be really bad.
That's
Just
fair.
saying. Listen, I'm not saying we shouldn't do it. I'm saying I'd put it on the naughty list. Do you get me?
Yeah, alright. Well, why don't we... I mean, I'm acting independently, so it doesn't really matter what I do. Why don't...
Thor, Magdalyn.
Why don't we walk around the carnival a little more and, like, sort of listen in on people and see if we hear any of these names? Also, whenever time that extravaganza is at the big top, I bet that's a good time to see Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. We may not be able to speak to them, but I'd bet they would be there. You would think they'd be there. Maybe they won't be. I don't know.
I will also say that someone mentioned there might be a prize for rooting out the trickster or the prankster. And listen, while I respect game and I totally have all the respect in the world for this person, trying to run their own con, I'll take kudos, in this strange place. So the only thing I can tell you is they can change their form, which does make this much more difficult. But I think they are a feathered being. That's all I got.
Like what? Like a kengu or a something? Whatever the other one is?
Could be a kenku. Could be an Aarakocra. It could be some else in a bird suit. I don't know.
An elf in a bird suit. Sorry, it's just amusing. That amused me.
What? You never met a bird? You never met an elf in a bird suit? I know a guy. I got a bird suit guy.
I'm sure you've got a guy. I'm sure you've got a guy.
As you guys are talking and you're by the carousel, you hear the most beautiful singing coming from the lake in the distance.
I feel like that means we should go to the lake.
Is this familiar to me at all, or no?
Oh yeah, you know that Palasha the mermaid sings over there, and you know she's very good.
I picked the wrong music for this. It needs to be something else. Hold on.
But you don't have to go over there. I'm just giving you weird things that happen occasionally.
My long bunny ears seem to kind of swivel in that direction and sort of lean like.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know that she's one of the star attractions of this place.
Well, listen, we don't have to make any decisions about where we're gonna go right now.
Mhm.
So you said, if it's a big attraction, it might draw a crowd. We can listen in. We can look. We can observe.
Yeah, we should do that. Let's go hear this beautiful singing that's gonna
Okay.
happen, and also keep an eye out for that prankster or whatever while you were at it.
As we head over, I'm getting a feeling of the melody, and as I get closer with my pan flute, I'm going to try to kind of do an accompaniment for the.
Sure. So you begin to kind of start playing, and
That's not.
mist gathers at the banks of a shimmering lake. Near its center, a mermaid lounges in a giant bowl, singing a glorious, haunting song that captivates spectators on the lake shore. In response, the lake water coalesces into magical sculptures that whirl around her as she performs.
Oh.
As she's going through this song, you guys are feeling it. You hear, "I've heard better singing from a whale's blowhole."
All right, I'm gonna go find that guy and beat him up.
Okay, make me a perception check. Everyone can make me a perception check. I need to make a certain other check.
Ugh, I only rolled a 10.
Ooh, 18, Gene.
Damn. You're doing good on this perception stuff.
So
Harrigan racially get perception as a skill.
That makes sense.
We're rabbits. Yeah.
Yeah.
all right.
Here's
So Rennie, you see a heckler dip into the crowd and disappear and change shapes.
I fucking
then-
knew it.
In a different voice, you hear ee boo. But you have an eye on this person.
Do you point him out to us, or do you just run after this person without saying anything?
I'll say, Mag, you
I'm not
also
taking-
you also see him because you got a 10 and I rolled really
I
shitty
am
on my
immediately
perception.
hunter's marking him. Immediately.
Okay. So you cast Hunter's Mark.
All right.
So this guy, yeah, he's currently
Sorry.
jeering.
Oh wait, not hunter's mark. Sorry, what's the one that lets me? Yeah, hunter's
No,
mark.
Hunter's
It's my
Mark.
quarry.
Mark, you're good.
That's
No,
right.
you're
Yeah.
good.
So he can't hide from me basically, right? Is that what that is? Yeah.
Yeah, you can track him. It's really awful
Cool.
for me.
Doing
Great
that.
for you.
Doing that.
Are you guys doing anything before he seems to dip into the crowd again? You have like a moment as he makes this other cheer. And I'll say, everyone, give me an insight check.
Sure. Yeah, I am gonna start taking. I am gonna start moving, Gene.
And I'll grab Winfield. I'll tap him or something if
Ugh.
he's not paying attention.
Terrible insight.
I'm kind of busy performing, but I'll respond to when you tug me. I'll stop.
13 insight.
Norm, what'd you get on insight?
Yeah, I rolled.
Again, there is group inspiration, and it is later in the evening, so you may want to use it. So if anyone wants to use your Gruppo inspo,
Wow, how good was your insight, Jules?
13?
Norm, how good was yours?
3.
Ugh, I got a fucking 1. So
You can use it. You use it just to see if you get
okay.
more.
I mean, all right, sure,
Or whatever.
done. Okay.
Damn, they are not working well
I
tonight.
rolled.
All
I
right.
rolled the same thing.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. No, you guys are okay.
That's
so-
fine, but we clocked him.
Yeah, you clock him. You don't really get anything off. Are you doing anything before you see him dip into the crowd one more time?
Following him.
Yes, Gene. How far away are we from this guy?
Oh, you're in the crowd. You like hit the back of it. You heard the heckling. You kind of, and I imagine you begin moving through the crowd to kind of like corner this guy, right?
Yep.
Yeah, for
Okay.
sure. Gene, I wanna hit this guy with a hideous laughter.
Actually, can I see him, Gene?
What'd you make on your perception?
I rolled bad.
Well, your friends pointed him out, so I will say yes.
Okay, I get a bonus action. Can I do some unsettling words that'll reduce his saving throws by 1?
Sure, absolutely. Okay, so let's do this. There we go. So what kind of save do I need to make?
For hideous laughter is a wisdom save.
Ooh, wisdom. I need to roll a d. What is your DC?
It's only 14. I mean, actually, that's pretty good for my level.
Okay.
14.
You see this person, and it's like a halfling begins cackling, but you hear as it begins rolling on the ground.
That's what you get, bird brains. As they start rolling around on the ground, though, Gene, I want to pull some rope out of my pack
Yeah.
and kind of look at everyone, like holding up the rope. Like, listen, this will last for just a little while, but we could probably tie them up, and then we can present them to Mr. Witch or Mr. Light, and maybe get something nice out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So Gene, I'm gonna start tying this person up. And hideous laughter lasts for a minute as long as I don't hit them.
I'm gonna make. I think they get a save every round. So,
End of each turn. Yes.
so
yes.
I'll make
yes.
one more save as you begin to tie them up.
Yep.
Okay. I will say this, Rennie, since you're very used to disguise self, as you tie them up, you have to tighten bonds, and your rope slightly disappears.
Yep.
Because they are not what they appear to be.
Yeah.
And within moments, you have them tied up. The song continues as this lady is no longer getting heckled, and she seems pretty happy. And you guys, are you guys trying to do this like discreetly and like pull them off to the side?
As discreetly as we can.
Yeah, I'm gonna say not really because we're kind of just going up and tackling this dude.
No, but there's a crowd of people, so this person starts.
Yeah, when he starts laughing, we kind of like, oh, well, buddy, why don't you come this way?
Yeah, come this way, buddy.
Okay.
Oh,
So
no, what happened? You're off your meds. Let's
why
go.
don't we either do? You can either each of you can either make me a stealth or a deception. Your choice, and this is going to be a group. This is going to be a group check. So
I think it's going to be deception for me.
I'm pretty well trained.
Oh no, stealth. It's stealth for me. 100% stealth.
each of you roll me a check and tell me your totals. And the idea is like some of you are being sneaky about it. Some of
22.
you are just talking your way out of it. Also, I'll say this, Norm, as part of your character's kit, you do have a Witchlight Hands outfit. So you can always pretend to be working, and it may get you away with dragging someone off.
You can get the employee entrance. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, I rolled a 15.
Okay. What'd you get?
And dirty 20 deception.
And Mag, you got 22?
Yes.
All right. So you guys discreetly remove this gentleman from the area, and you can kind of like duck into, there's like copses of trees. There's some tents that you can duck behind.
Oh, look, we saw where the staff area was too, so like we know where to go.
Yeah, but if you take him to the staff, you might not be able to get. You also might want information. You don't know
True.
who this person is.
Oh no, we're gonna talk
find out
to this
his
fucking
deal.
guy.
Yeah, let's find out this guy's deal.
Oh yeah.
What's your fucking deal, guy? Yeah.
Guy.
Your deal.
Yeah.
So
What's your deal?
So, what you want to like discreetly drag him off to like?
Ooh, yeah. Is there a spot that we know of, or hey, Winfield, do you know of a good spot that we can kind of take this guy to?
Sure, I do. Dean, insert word here.
Right,
Yep,
right.
So you kind of dip, I will say, into like one of these tents.
Cool.
Right over here, and you kind of drag this dude with you across the bridge. You kind of like whoop, whoop. And Norm, you know that a lot of these stations are either used for like water or just hanging out, like when they're in off. So like you find one that you know that isn't often used, and you guys drag this person. They stop laughing and they're tied up, and you, and you see this person who obviously doesn't fit what they look like with wings, and she kind of struggles.
Now, you don't. None of that. We're not gonna hurt you. That's not what we're here for. What's going on? We saw you mess with that dwarf in the dragonfly ride. We heard you heckling. I'm sure that there is several other things you did that we didn't see. Is there any reason for your chicanery, or is it just because you're kind of a prick.
So now that like the jig seems up,
Like, and I'm like, listen, I've been known to be a prankster on my own a few times, so I get it. But like, you're really bringing down the mood. Pranks should be fun.
so she kind of like, you notice that the disguise fades and you see this black colored Kenku.
It is a Kenku. Ah, I was right.
Female, but she speaks with like a dude's voice, and she goes, "What do you want? What are you doing here? I have reasons."
Reasons for being here? Did someone hire you to do this?
Don't we all work for someone?
Why don't we start with your name and go from there?
My name is Kettle Steam.
Ah, your Kettle Steam! I should have known.
Well, that's just good luck. That's what that is.
That is
that's
good
just,
luck.
That's
Truly.
just good luck.
Truly.
And see, those lucky charms I gave you are paying out.
I like tap my pocket where I have it. Like,
Listen. Kettle Steam, there's, you're clearly here to disrupt the fun of the other patrons. But, like, to what end? Like, most people here are enjoying themselves.
There's more going on here. I'm trying to do with a thing, and I need to deal with the owners.
wait, what's wrong with the owners? Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, you mean?
Well, I need to steal that cane.
Why is that?
Why?
Basically, the carnival can't go on without.
No, the pocket watch. So I'm wondering,
You're right.
did they say the cane as well? They didn't say the cane.
Oh,
What's the deal with the cane?
King decides the winner of the queen.
Oh.
The monarch of the carnival, right? So you want to choose your own monarch, or you want no monarch?
My master told me I have to do this as part of it. They are not happy with the owners.
Why?
I cannot speak about it.
Is your master another Fae?
She just kind of looked at you and blinked.
Yeah, I kind of look at you with like a raised eyebrow. I like lift my eye patch, like.
All right, I'm trying to ask questions indirectly. I'm not good at this, okay?
She goes.
I see that.
She goes. I work for a patron, and they are not happy with Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, and I need to find some information that they are not giving.
Okay. First off, you're going about it all wrong. Okay? Way too obvious. You got to be way more subtle. Okay? Secondly, I don't, the why of why you're doing this, that's neither here nor there. You have orders, you're doing your best to fulfill them. I'm more interested in what you hope to accomplish. Let's say you got the cane. What happens then?
Well, then I could force them to answer the questions. Here. She kind of... and she begins talking in two different voices.
Okay.
You, need to look at what the fuck they sound like. Okay. You hear? Someone's going to find out about this. They'll shut us down. And then she kind of waits a moment. We agreed to this pact. Our hands were forced, but our eyes were open. We let the king take what he wants. In return, we stay in business. That is what you want, right? And then she kind of like stops her mimicry. I overheard this. Last time I was here, 8 years ago.
Oh, okay.
So, they made a capital P pact.
Mm-hmm.
And to keep the Witchlight Carnival in business.
But in doing so, they let the king take. Wait, so is your patron someone who is against what the king is doing then?
She just kind of shrugs.
Unhelpful.
Listen, I can do more than just make you laugh. I have all manner of trickery at my disposal. Do not force my mighty powers upon you.
Make me an intimidation check.
The lisp just makes it.
Is my intimidation good? I don't think so.
Well, that's...
Nope. 5.
You know what, though? Yeah. I'll let you react.
Is there a group reroll? Is there a group reroll out
there?
There's one left.
Group reroll.
Do you guys mind if I go for it?
You can, because if not, I was going to say I'll threaten them next. If not, because I haven't pulled out any of my threat cards yet.
Well, I also have powers. Like, I also have fucking magic that I can do to them. 13, marginally better.
She kind of looks at you and goes, "Oh no," and then coughs, and this powder sprays in your face. Rennie, make me a con saving throw.
Sure, just me.
And you notice that her ropes come undone. I rolled a
dirty bitch.
Is that both of us?
No, only
is that all of us?
Only Rennie. I rolled a natural 20 for a sleight of hand. So,
and I rolled a natural 1 for that con save, Gino.
Rennie, are you immune to being put to sleep?
I can almost guarantee that I am not.
Okay.
I am.
So,
yeah.
Rennie, you are engulfed in a cloud of magical sleep-inducing gas.
Wait, what's that?
And you fall unconscious, and now I need everyone to roll me initiative.
Damn it.
Nice. Nice.
Alright, I should change the music. Alright, hold on.
It's funny, I was just about to charm person them. Like, I was like, well, if that doesn't work, bada bing!
Well, I was just about to get out my sword anyway, so I guess this is good timing. This seems, like, fitting. I don't know.
Oh, man, this die is fired. I've been rolling, like, 4s and 1s with this thing.
Let me actually put up an initiative. There we go.
Alright, we're doing the good music, the good fight music now. Hold on.
I'm just gonna use this fairy dragon as her. I'm gonna add your okay.
A 27.
Wow. Christ. Alright, hold on. Alright, so we're gonna go a little bit of combat. Alright, so you got a 27. Great.
Nice.
Rennie, what'd you get?
9. I rolled like shit.
Mag, what'd you get?
Oh, I got a 9. That was terrible.
Nice. And I need to roll a D. Oh, Jesus. Okay. That is not great. Okay. And she got a 7. All right. So, starting us off at the top, she blows this smoke into fucking, into Papadopoulos' face, and he falls over. But it's your turn, Winfield.
Okay, I will use my bonus action to do unsettling words, which affects saving throw.
Okay.
And I will do a Tasha's hideous laughter to try to get her.
Oh boy.
It's a good spell, buddy.
The DC is 13, so the -1.
Well, it's a D. You got to roll your D6, I think.
Okay, I can do that.
Well, she fails because she got exactly a 13, and any number you roll will lower that to a below that. So, you You whisper some words, and it really gets in her head. And as she's like, and she starts cackling again like that strange crow. She falls over laughing. All right, we're gonna keep going.
Okay.
Rennie, you're unconscious and asleep.
Yep.
Mag, it is your turn.
All right. I'm gonna try. I'm throwing. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I'm throwing caution to the wind because I have no fucking clue. So I'm gonna take my sword out and I'm going to like hold it over her like bird throat on the ground, but not like, not actually do damage. But I'm gonna be like, oh, she's laughing. She can't talk.
She's
Shit.
laughing at you. On everything.
Fuck. Well, then maybe I won't do that. I definitely need to hunter's mark her again in case she runs away.
Your hunter mark is still up. It lasts an hour.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, then she can't really get away from me. I have my own rope. Can I tie her up? Can I try to tie her up again?
Absolutely use your action to tie her up.
Then
she didn't cut the rope. She slipped out of it.
Yeah, but while I do that, I know she's laughing and she can't respond, but angrily, I'm gonna be like, is your patron Kieran? Who is Kieran anyway? As I'm tying her up,
Okay, so you begin tying her up. Roll me either a survival or sleight of hand.
Survival.
Sure.
Oh, wait, actually, my sleight of hand's higher, even though I'm not proficient at it.
Your dex is high. That's probably why.
Okay, I'm gonna roll sleight of hand,
Sure.
actually. I hope I did well. 7. That's shitty.
Okay, you tie her up. She will roll a saving throw. The end of her turn. She stops laughing, but she is tied up.
Yep.
Then it is Winfield's turn again.
What's up?
She is tied up, so I'm just gonna stand by with my rapier. Have a ready action in case he's able to.
Okay. I will say you could also use an action to try to wake your bunny friend if you want.
Yeah, can I give him a kind of kick to the side?
So you kick him in the side and and we're gonna drop out of initiative because you do have her tied up.
Right.
And she goes, and you definitely tell she was trying to escape.
Yeah, I do draw that sword, and I hold it up.
Her
and
eyes.
Okay.
Her eyes go wide.
That was You know, I want to say that was unpleasant, but honestly, I don't feel bad. It was like a little micro.
It was
nap.
a nap.
Nice.
It was a nap. You needed it. It's fine after a long day.
It was like a cat nap.
Sure. Sorry. So what were you about to say, Gene?
Her eyes go wide. You have blades drawn on her.
Hmm?
Okay, now remember, we gotta be careful with the violence. Like everything.
It's a wooden blade. What could it do?
Magdalyn.
I know. Look, I just want an answer. This is something that's been bothering me for a long time, and I'm trying to get answers. Is your patron Kieran?
She just...
What's a Kieran?
Yeah, she looks at you also strangely like, I don't know what a Kieran is.
Alright. Apparently a Fey Lord that, like, sometimes helps Fey and, like, lets them out of the Feywild and, like, helps them out. And I think he has a grudge against the King of Roses, but I don't know much else about him besides.
I mean, not for nothing, but I think that they... Do you have a name, buddy? Oh, Kettlestein.
Kettlestein.
Wow, man, that nap really fucking
really knocked it out of you. Yeah.
Kettlestein, I'm guessing you work for the King of Roses. Like, let's just call
I don't.
Interesting.
I'm trying to find out. I can't enter the Feywild anymore. I know there's a portal here, and the Prince of Thorns sent me this way to do this. I am looking about the
Prince of Thorns.
I know that Mr. Witch and Mr. Light they know things about the King of Roses. I think they may have some sort of working deal with him, and I'm trying to find it out. all hush hush. That was a conversation I overheard.
Okay.
Okay, this just got a lot bigger than.
Wait. Okay. Look, the carousel talked to us, and this is gonna sound crazy. It talked to us in our heads and answered questions that we had. It sounds crazy, but this is near the Feywild, so maybe it doesn't sound crazy to you. And they said that you had information about Kieran, so I don't understand why they would tell me that if that wasn't true. It doesn't seem like anything they told us was lies.
I do not know anyone named Kieran.
Okay, well, I don't understand.
Okay, but that's no, Magdalyn. Listen, open your big pointy ears. I know they're small, but listen.
Excuse me, they're quite large for their size. They are proportionate to my head. Okay, all right, they're not like yours. All right, fine. Your ears are bigger and better.
Just because they don't know them as Kieran doesn't mean they don't know someone. Wow, Magdalyn, it is really good that we're here. You.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is. Okay, all right. So the Prince of Thorns sent you this way because of the King of Thorns or King of Roses. Okay, look. Maybe we can help each other, and you can stop heckling and trying to wreck this carnival for whatever reason, because I don't think that's helping your situation either. You're trying to find a portal back into the Feywild, right? Really, that's what you want. Well, not what you're doing for the prince. I'm saying what you want.
I want that, but I'm also I'm trying to find the information about what the connection between Mr. Witch and Mr. Light is, the King of Roses.
Have you found anything so far?
Well, only
aside from that conversation that you just played back.
I was hoping to steal the vein, the cane, the Witchlight's vein that he uses to crown to decide the monarch, because then I could use it as leverage on Mr. Witch and Mr. Light to tell me the information or hide it.
So you were gonna steal from the operators of the. I'm just saying, you may not have thought this through.
Well, I also figured that if I made this place bad enough, it would also sour their moods and they couldn't do the things they need to do.
Oh, I see. So they don't crown anyone monarch, the king is more vulnerable. I understand. I understand the grift. I gotcha. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. Right?
Okay.
We're gonna trade. You were honest with us, even if you did make me sleepy, which I don't hold it against you. I want you to know that. I don't Kettle Steam, I don't hold that against you. That's just good, clean fun. I'm not hurt. I'm not harmed. But
everyone make me an insight check, please. Real quick.
Sure.
Or I'd allow a nature check also. Depending on what you want.
My insight's better.
I got a 22 nature. I'll take that shit.
Okay.
7.
5 insight. Jesus.
Rennie, you've dealt with Kenkus before. They can only repeat things they've heard. This woman is full on talking with a voice.
Yeah. Like there's clear.
She is a Kenku, but there's fuckery going on. Like, how can she talk without mimicking words of random people to form sentences?
Yeah, I think Percival is kind of clocking that this Kenku has spent enough time in the Fae and maybe made a deal, and maybe that's why they're beholden to whoever they're beholden. What the nature of that deal is, maybe it's just for a voice.
Say with an insight, or do you remember someone mentioning about, or not mentioning, but like the mime lost his voice or something? You may have overheard in the crowd.
Oh.
So they stole his voice? I mean, to be honest, Gene, for Percival, that's like, yep.
Yeah, but I'm just, it kind of like, you're like, how is this person talking?
Like creatively and intuitively. Yeah. Got it. I'll be honest, Percival might internalize that, but he does not see that as egregious.
Sure.
That's just a deal well fucked. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's just a deal well made.
I'm gonna put the sword away, by the way.
Listen, we may be of a parallel purpose here. we're not here to help the Prince of Thorns necessarily, but we are interested in the movement and connections from the King of Thorns.
King of
So,
Roses.
the King of Roses, thank you. Perhaps a temporary alliance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, yes.
So here's how this is gonna work. Gene, I reach over and I pluck a feather from their head.
Ow.
I am gonna hold on to this. And if you try to screw us or harm us or do anything terrible, I can always get to you through this. And I open my vest and I tuck it away. So, now that we've established that, I'm gonna untie you. Okay? And I will be, be good on my word and untie them. Now here's the deal. You have a job to do, and I don't know what arrangement you've made with the Prince of Thorns, and honestly, I don't want to mess with that, because that could be very important to you. But heckling, making yourself known, trying to bring down the mood is not the way. We gain the favor of Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. We ingratiate ourselves. And then, once we're in their favor, once we're in their pocket, boom! Then we can snoop around. Then we can hear what's really going on, okay? Now, Magdalyn, take notes, because this is how you make Fey alliances. Right here.
Okay.
All right, Rennie, make me a persuasion check.
Sure.
Hey, if I'm training persuasion, kind of like, yes, he's right. He's very wise. He's a good
absolutely.
I also have a +6 persuasion, believe it or not. That's a skill for me. I didn't even know I had.
Gene, that's a nat 20 for 23.
Woo!
Okay. She kind of nods. She goes, listen, I need to find the portal, and we need to find out the connection between Mr. Light and Mr. Witch's thing.
Well, half of your quest is already done because we know where the portal is.
But, and I put a hand up towards Mag.
I'm not going to say. I'm just saying we already know.
Right, and we will let you know where it is once you've helped us find out more about the King of Roses.
So, want to improve the mood of the carnival. I know it's been pretty down when the clown in front of the Hall of Illusions lost his voice. Because apparently he was going to propose to that mermaid, and they're in love, and now she's sad too. So maybe getting his voice back or something and reuniting their... Because he was going to propose or something, I think. I'm not sure, honestly.
Do you know where his voice is?
Nods, but...
Do you have his voice?
I'm like staring at them both because I'm like...
I may. And she definitely does.
I mean, did you... honestly, again, Percival doesn't seem like, what did you do? But, he's like... Well, listen, did you win his voice fair and square?
I stole it.
Oh.
That's fair and square. He didn't protect it. That's good in my book.
I mean, most people don't expect their voices to just be stolen, going around expecting them to just disappear one day. All right, maybe people
that's on them.
She pulls out a corn husk doll with a thorny stem tied around its neck.
Thorns.
And she goes, This is what I've made a doll of him, and now I have his voice.
Okay, but so, if you give him back his voice, won't you lose your voice? Then we can't talk to you freely.
I will just have to mimic different words I hear to form sentences.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, you stole it fair and square. He didn't protect it.
But I also stole it for the sake of disrupting things and making things miserable.
Okay.
Oh, you didn't... Oh. Well,
Okay, well that's different. Maybe we can steal someone else's voice for you to use and give him back his. Someone who's not about to propose to his
I
lady.
open my eyes wide and look at you, Magdalyn.
What? What? I'm just saying.
Listen, if you need to steal someone else's voice, that's on you.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
She just like shrugs. She's like,
Kettle Steam, would you be willing to part with that voice?
But can I ask more questions first before you part with it?
Oh, I mean, it doesn't have to be this moment.
She literally hands you the doll. She goes, when you want to give his voice back, just untie the stem. But, yes, what do you want to ask? Listen, I did this because I was trying to disrupt them so I could get a time to steal the vein or the pocket watch, and then I could use that as leverage over them, and then therefore get the
information that
Yeah.
you want.
If you believe that, you know, through happiness or whatever, you could get them to want to speak to you, and then you could press them for the information, I'm willing to try it your way. Either way, as long as we get the information, I'm in.
All right. Well, you've been snooping around this carnival, so while you've been snooping around, have you run into anyone that either fits the description of and or has the name that you've heard outright of, I'm going to say this wrong, Supig the Goal, Gleeman Shadow, or I scribbled it.
There's this like creepy girl who wears a pig mask running around.
Okay,
I've seen,
she has information about the King of Roses. We need to find her.
She's
one
her
of them.
last heading toward the Hall of Illusions.
Oh, great. So they might have gone through the portal. Okay. Oh, sorry. I forgot.
Fucking Percival just like sits down and puts his hand.
All right. I'm not used to
His
this.
ears fold down over his head and he puts his hands
Whatever.
over his eyes.
Well,
I'm not good at this.
all right. So, I guess we have a few options. So, you could make a big show about returning his voice to him, or maybe encouraging him, or doing something that would... Yeah, if you just give him his voice back, I'm sure he'll go run off and be happy, and that'd be nice. But, you also could check this Hall of Illusions, you said, for a portal, but also for these people who are also actually working for the King of Thorns. I don't know. I don't know what you want to do with me, because I don't know if you trust me. I don't know how this is working, honestly.
Well, how about this? You can change your appearance pretty easily, obviously. I would suggest, why don't you do what you've been doing in eavesdropping, in changing your face, in going places you shouldn't be, and if you hear things related to any of the names that Magdalyn just said, or anything that's important to obviously either of our goals, why don't we meet up? You go, we're gonna split up. You go, do your sneaky sneak, your listen. We're gonna go and give the voice, maybe go to the Hall of Illusions, where there's definitely not a portal, and then we'll meet back up. How about that? In an hour.
Where should we
How's
meet?
that sound?
Well, I know the Big Top Extravaganza will be happening in an hour.
So let's meet outside of the big top, like not inside, like just outside, and then we can
Alright.
go in.
So you have about an hour to go do a thing, and then we'll do it. I'll go snoop around.
How often can you change your shape? Like constantly, right? Like it's a thing. Like you can just kind of keep changing it. I have to confirm something because I'm pretty sure I know the answer, and it's frightening me, but I have to know. Could you show me what the Prince of Thorns looks like? Because I think I know who he is, and I need to confirm this for myself.
I cannot show you that.
Why?
Because I cannot do anything against my pact.
Oh, he told you couldn't then.
There's a lot of things you have to like swear off when you make pacts, and I
Can you tell me what he looks like? Or can I ask questions and you can confirm or deny it?
I can't really answer questions directly about things like that. I can tell you I work for the Prince of Thorns. I can't really talk much more. It depends how you ask the question, honestly.
He could be anybody then.
He could be.
It just seems awfully suspicious.
Ask me a question. Maybe I can answer it. I don't know.
It's all in the phrasing, Magdalyn. Listen. Don't think like you, because clearly you like to blurt stuff out.
Okay, I know it. I'm sorry, it's because I'm used to working. Okay,
think
all
like
right.
a Papadopoulos.
I mean, this might be too direct. I was gonna say would. No. Damn it! I don't know how I want to phrase this.
I mean, ask a question, and if I can answer it, I can. If I can't, I can't.
Would the Prince of Thorns ever appear like a spring Eladrin, but with longer ears?
I imagine it could.
Well, not necessarily that he does, though.
I mean, powerful Fae can kind of choose their shape at sort of will, or make themselves look like. I mean, I can change what I look like. That's no biggie.
I could say something that popped out at me.
Okay.
He has a very similar sword to the one you wield.
And would he do magic that looks a lot like... I mean, I noticed you have a thorny branch. I point at the doll, and I'm like, does his magic often look like that?
I mean,
when he does it?
How do you think I made the doll?
I mean,
I feel like you're asking questions you know the answers to.
I'm saying I need to confirm it. I'm suspicious, and I needed to confirm it in my own mind. But now I'm just even more confused than ever. No, I mean, that confirms the identity of what I wanted to know. But now I'm confused because of things in my past. Now I'm more confused than ever because I don't know what that means for me.
I don't know that Kettle Steam here can help you with any of that.
Are you going to return to your patron when all this is over, probably, if you don't die or something else happens on the way?
I mean, I will probably send them a message or some sort of drop. I mean, I'm trying to find out information for them about this King of Roses and things going on. But they are not in the Fey realm, so that's why I'm working out here.
I have a question for you. Is there anything you want to say before you lose your intuitive voice?
This better work, because I have a lot riding on it.
It's gonna work.
You are pretty convincing. Yes, I mean, you make your choices. Again, you can literally just untie that thorn around that straw man's neck and he'll get his voice back. I guarantee that.
Honestly, I think we're gonna use our good buddy Winfield here to kind of make a reconnection through his witchlight pals. But you don't have to worry about that. That's we'll figure that out.
All right. Well, good luck, and I'll meet you in an hour.
Yes. If you do... I don't know if I should let him know that. Never mind.
Is this person your enemy, Magdalyn?
Not an enemy per se. No. Just... I don't know. I don't think so.
If you don't know, then they kind of are.
It's not that they're the... It's more like he tricked me, but not in a way that... You would see nothing wrong with it, being Fae. And he hasn't talked to me in the equivalent of, like... It's like he...
Why?
He should have talked to me and he didn't.
What'd they do to you?
He didn't do anything.
If you got tricked, they did something to you.
I think I'm the reason why he got out of the Feywild to begin with. I think it was my fault.
Oh, that's a classic. Oh, that's a classic. Use a mortal to get out of the Fey realm. You don't even feel bad about that one.
There's more, but there were feelings involved that I'm not really sure if they were genuine or not, and I'm confused because I don't even know why I'm telling you this.
Percival looks like genuinely concerned when you say that.
Look, and I don't even know why I'm telling you this because I shouldn't be telling you this, and I definitely shouldn't be saying this in front of. I point at Kettle Steam, but I found out that he sent. I found out that he sent centaurs after me to look after me, and I just feel like if someone's gonna send someone to look after you, they have to have some kind of feelings for you, right? But then why wouldn't they write? Why wouldn't they say something? Why would they just say nothing? For 5 years, he said nothing.
As she's ranting, I grab my pants flute and play like a love ballad, and it gets louder and louder.
My friends don't even know this. I haven't even told my friends because I've been too embarrassed. And then, on top of it all now, it sounds like this same person happens to be a prince, which I didn't even know, because he didn't even tell me that. Well, of course he wouldn't tell me that. He just went by the name of Kieran, so I just assumed Kieran was just Kieran, just a fae, just some sort of archfey or something. And I didn't know he was a prince. Anyway, I'm very confused.
Did you guys... Did you fuck the Prince
Excuse
of
me! I don't have to answer that question.
Did you give him the popple doppel?
Is that what you call it? That's
happens.
what you call it.
How do you think elves are made? Come on.
Look,
how do you think satyrs are made? Satyrs, they drink, eat, and fuck, and then fuck again for good measure. That's their whole fucking deal.
It was the night before I was leaving the Feywild on a mission, so I, kind of gave it. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. But he said he would see me tomorrow, and then he never showed up.
Oh, sweetie. Oh, sweetie, no.
Well, but the thing is that he can't lie. He never lied to me. So I don't understand how that worked. Because he said he would see me tomorrow.
The more powerful of a fey creature you become, the less you were able to tell mistruths.
Did you ever consider that maybe he just scryed on you and therefore saw you?
Oh. So he saw me tomorrow.
And also, okay, listen, this bag is big and deep, and wow. Kettle Steam, I'm gonna apologize to you. You're a part of this now.
You tell him.
Hold on. Mag.
What?
Mag,
What?
You're here. I need you to be here.
All right. I'm calm. I'm good. This is fine.
You're also wasting a little bit of time because this is
sorry.
You only have a few hours, and
you're right.
If you want to go check places,
I'm sorry. I just had to. I haven't been able to tell my friends this.
She just checks his feathers.
Listen, you shouldn't feel ashamed. First off, shouldn't feel ashamed. We're gonna knock this out. You shouldn't feel ashamed. This sort of stuff, it sort of happens. It's like, fairy tales, folklore, how the princess falls. Where do you think these stories come from? Literally, this kind of stuff. Not exactly what happened with you, but similar kind of stuff. But you need to deal with this, Magdalyn.
I need to speak to him. That's really what I need to do. I need to know.
I think you need to look behind the eye patch before you speak to him, because what just happened, that was a kettle steam. That was big. No, you know what I mean. It wasn't
what?
You
I mean there's something that also might help you. It seems like there is an issue in your power dynamic. If he is a prince,
that's true.
And you are just, why don't you become the monarch, and then therefore you'll be royalty?
Oh, can I do that?
If the Witchlight Vein hits you,
I think you can do that, but we're gonna have to maybe rig some shit.
Oh well, I don't know if I do enough good things, or maybe it'll just pick me. I don't know.
Magdalyn, is that how you think the world works? if you
Well,
do enough
yes.
good things happen to you. That's not how the world works.
I mean,
Oh.
that's kind of how this carnival works.
It is, but we see. Here's the problem, and we can't get into it right now, Kettle Steam. If you are inherently doing good things because you want the outcome selfishly that you want, are they in fact good things? We're not getting into it.
Well,
I'm just
I
putting it
did
out there.
steal a person's voice, and if you return to them, no matter your intention, it's still a good thing.
That's true.
Yeah,
And
well,
we already did a bunch
but
of
you're
good
doing
things.
it for selfish reasons.
But we already did a bunch of good things, and we didn't know that it would make us crowns monarchs.
But
so...
now, anything we do from here on out, we're not doing it. We're not. We should go. You should go.
I'm gone, and she becomes a halfling.
All right.
Kettle Steam, I really like your vibe. We should hang out more.
All right, and she becomes a Haragon just like you, but it's a little different.
That's a good look of Papadopoulos. I'm just saying. All right. Sorry. We are, let's burn in time. Let's get out of here.
Let's go.
And on that note, that is where we are going to end tonight's session. But I'm going to kind of flavor things a little bit differently, where I think we're going to say that our good friend, Norm, since you can't join us in the next time, you are going to go help reunite the two lovers for their proposal.
Aww.
And essentially, you will be off kind of maybe learning what information they have. And we'll see what happens next time. But thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for joining us for this slightly ludicrous adventure.
Ludicrous.
Just straight ludicrous. Papadopoulos, Kettle Steam, little bit of stuff. That was a blast, and I'm excited to see where this story goes, and maybe you found out a lot, so you got a lot to unpack.
Oh god, yeah.
But let's see if there's anyone to raid, because I don't fucking know how Twitch works. I'm good at stuff, guys.
This was a good time, guys.
Yeah,
It was great.
That was pretty ludicrous.
I'm so mad.
Why?
It's fine.
Why
No, like, I'm happy, but I'm so mad.
Why? Alright, we'll just raid.
I'm just gonna send a scathing letter with Kettle Drum, like, why didn't you call me?
You absolutely can do that. That is something.
I mean, he technically did. He technically did, because we know that there was a mysterious figure in her trances when she was in the thing, but she doesn't. I don't think she's put two and two together. Anyway, it's fine.
All right. Well, thank you all for watching, and tune in 2 weeks, and
oh god,
we'll see you all around.
Bye.
All right, Gene. Dizzy's out. Papadopoulos is in.
Yeah, I can you just play this character like forever, because he is literally the best. I love him so much.
I truly like being kind of a piece of shit. It's just so much fun.